Good afternoon, evening, or morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Clash of Comrades Semi and Grand Finals stream. We have an exciting few matches for you today as we watch our top competitors face off to see who will be the champion of Clash of Comrades. I'm joined, as always, by LeConte. How you going? How's it going?
Good evening. Hello. Doing great.
Hunter is also here. How's it going, Hunter?
Good evening.
And Besty's on his way. He's not here quite yet, but that's all we've got for right now. So we're going to jump into the standings so we can keep an eye on what happened yesterday and what's going to happen today. As we see, we have Deadbones and Bagel Denizen. 3-0. 3 goes to Deadbones. Actually, all of our matches were 3-0s yesterday. What were some highlights from yesterday that we saw, guys? LeConte.
Jesus, you caught me off guard there. It's fine.
For me, I'd say it was definitely the barbed wire that Classic Metal put down against Valently that did more damage than I think any unit in that game. Any single unit. It was ridiculous.
I think for me, it was definitely that very last game between Lev and LeConte. LeConte, you are right here. That beautiful timing attack against the Wolf. That was one of the best plays in Tooth and Tail that I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was really nice.
One of my prouder moments. Unfortunately, I ended up losing the series, but
it was so close, though.
Yeah.
There were loads of close games. Definitely great course finals.
Looks like Bestie is here right now. Bestie, you there? All right, so he's not quite here yet, but that's okay. First match today is going to be Classic Metal versus Deadbones. What are you guys expecting from this match? I know Deadbones is, so a lot of people think the number 2 ranked player after Xeno Akoop, but Xeno's not here today. And Classic Metal, of course, with his squirrel balls. How do you think he's going to fare today?
They faced off in the group stage already, and then Deadbones did end up taking the series 2-0. It was close games, but it did feel like Deadbones had the upper hand in all of the matches that they've played so far. He definitely has the experience to back up his play and to adapt to anything that Classic Metal will throw at him, except for well-placed barbed wire. He's pretty good at running his army into Classic Metal's barbed wire, Deadbones that is, so we'll see if that comes into play again.
And
so what do you think?
Yeah, Classic Metal, really good all-around player, I'd say. He definitely focuses much more on the squirrel ball, but he has good enough play to back it up that I think he has a good chance of doing okay against Deadbones. But Deadbones, obviously, extremely experienced, great history. I think he's going to take the series, honestly.
All right, the second match of the day is going to be LOL Steamroller versus Lev, and now I don't think we've seen either of these players in any kind of tournament so far. What are we expecting from that game, LeConte?
I would say Lev is the favorite to take that. He plays a really solid game. It's hard to say what his weaknesses are, but LOL Steamroller has been surprising a lot of people, and I do believe Lev won his games against him. So, no, was it? Who did Lev lose against?
LOL Steamroller actually went 2-0 against Lev in round 9.
That's what I'm trying to say, is that LOL Steamroller does apparently know how to beat Lev, so we'll see if he can reproduce that 2-0.
Yeah.
And, reproduce that victory and then make his way to the finals. I look forward to that match, actually. I didn't see the replays of Lev versus LOL Steamroller, so I'm expecting great games from them.
All right, well,
yeah, definitely. That's going to be a really close one. Both are really strong players, so I'm really looking forward to that.
All right, looks like Bestie has joined us now. Bestie, how's it going today?
Hello, had to restart my computer, but now it's all up and running for me right now.
All right, no problem. So we are going to jump into our first match of Deadbones versus Classic Metal of these semifinals of September Showdown. This is going to be a best of 5. I'm going to go ahead and set that as active right now. Fancy little blue outline. And we're going to switch over to our game view. And we are going to jump to this match here. So here we go. Join this lobby. It's going to be Classic Metal in blue and Deadbones in green as the quartermaster. Classic Metal as blue as Belafide. We're going to go ahead and set this poll up so you guys can vote on who you think is going to win this first game here. There we go. So you can go ahead and vote with exclamation point, vote blue, or exclamation point, vote green. I'm going to pass this off to our casting team of Best Teammaker and LeConte to go into Army selection. Good. Take it away, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to day number 2 of September Showdown Finals. Here at the semifinals, our first game of the day is going to be Classic Metal versus Deadbones. And Deadbones going with the usual loadout, although he's going to go for lizards instead of squirrels as we usually see. In the meantime, Classic Metal also heading up with his classic barbed wire play. Let's find out as we begin this match. And LeConte, your thoughts on this so far?
Well, Deadbones isn't using squirrels, so the barbed wire of Classic Metal is going to have a really hard time being effective. Interesting, I find, is that Classic Metal has opted for snakes in this game. Both players going for fox. We saw this in the games that they've played in the pool matches, where they had amazing fox battles over the entire course of their best of 2. They ended up playing 2 games, I believe. So there was a lot of fox being played in that, so they're both confident in their ability to micro the fox, so they'll pick it, and we'll see some interesting battles, I believe, between balloons, commanders tanking shots, and fox trying to get good snipes.
Alright, here we go. Both sides just farming up right now, and let me ask, do you think we'll see the return of the Fox versus Fox game in this series?
It's likely. If it doesn't happen in this first game, it may not happen in the series, depending on how this first game goes. But taking a look at the map right now, both players kind of have to take risks to expand. There's no easy bases. I suppose Classic Metal's first expansion option is fairly safe, but there is a way into his main base from behind. So that's tricky. He has to spread himself thinner on the map, whereas Deadbones has an expansion just outside his base, but it's on the low ground. And while with ferrets being very popular right now, that might be tricky to actually hold and defend. So we'll see how these players end up expanding and where they end up going.
Alright, now we have our first units on the board right now. Classic Metal putting down his 3 Squirrel Warrens, Deadbones with 3 Lizard Warrens. And, you know, usually we say in the early game, the Lizards usually fare better against Squirrels, but as the game goes on, Squirrels just seem to overpower the Lizards. What do you think is going to happen in this case? Because it doesn't look like Deadbones is going to be going for any early play with the Lizards right now.
Well, he built 4 Lizard Warrens, so he has to wait until those end up finishing. Classic Metal goes for some barbed wire, which is going to be completely ineffective against the Lizards, most likely. Now, Lizards in large numbers are less effective than Squirrels, just because they don't have the same range. So they just can't all be effective at the same time.
Well, here comes Deadbones here. He sees the barbed wire, is making his way through, easily takes care of it, and now his army marches through. That's it, they take out anything here. They take out 1 Squirrel Warren, take out 1 farm, and immediately they back off before Classic Metal can get in with the Squirrel army. Looks like he's going to be re-engaging here, but it looks like Deadbones will be losing a good number of his Lizards here to the Squirrels, and he's going to back out immediately here.
Yeah, the re-engage wasn't the greatest idea. He got out fairly clean, and then he went in and lost another 3 Lizards, I believe. But they're Lizards, so he can just run them away if he sees that the engagement isn't going his way. And now Classic Metal is behind in Warrens. He had to rebuild that farm. He feels pressured, so he's going to try and expand. It's a good expansion in terms of defending it. Lizards have a hard time killing this, because he has to run all the way around.
Speaking of running all the way around, Deadbones now attacking from the other side here. Doesn't see the expansion, but he's going to go for the Warrens immediately. Taking out 1 more Warren. Can he take out some more? Takes out 2. Can we get a 3rd? We get a 3rd, and he's going to back out immediately right after that. Can he see the expansion? He does not see the expansion.
Oh, he will seize it with his Lizards. Some of his Lizards ran up the high ground, so he knows it's there.
Okay, there we go then. So, okay, so he does catch the expansion, just checking the visibility really fast.
Yep.
And now this prompts Classic Metal to immediately plop down 3 barbed wire, but I'm not sure about their placement in that area. You don't need that many barbed wire there, do you?
It blocks off the angle of attack, and Classic Metal can sit his squirrels behind the barbed wire, while the Lizards take time to take it, trying to take it out. Classic Metal is just blocking off all the angles into his
Oh
base
wow!
right now.
He just saw Deadbones try and go for this alleyway, blocks it off just in time before Deadbones can make his way there. But he's still going on forward. He makes his way back around the first avenue of entrance,
Ooh,
and try to
his
take
army's
out
out of
some
position.
more farms. And this time, Classicman has no squirrels to defend the space. He may actually take out this expansion. There it goes. Classicman is now left with only 3 farms to his name and has only 1
Bones
base.
loses 2 lizards for that.
Oh, Classical is not happy. He's going to bring his squirrels on a merry chase around the map, but the lizards are just too fast right now, and Deadbone just reinforcing his lizard army with more lizards right now.
And Classic Metal looks like he's going for a desperate push here to try and, if he wins this fight, then he has a chance, but it's going to be really tricky.
And here we go, Deadbone bring his army in to crash into the squirrel army. Let's see how this play is going now. It looks like Classic Metal unfortunately loses every single unit. He's going to call the GG.
Oh, with this many lizards, it was really hard. Unfortunate. Classic Metal, he blocked off the entrances into his main base, but then kept his entrances into his expansion, but then he kept his army on his expansion, which was fairly well protected, so his main base got taken out.
Alright. Deadbone showing us some fantastic lizard play here, just never letting up with the aggression right now. Before Classic Mode could get anything up in time, he just got overwhelmed. Let's see how this is going to go for game number 2 as we're waiting for them to get ready. Here we go into the army selection right now. Deadbone's now opting for squirrels and lizards here.
Yeah, I think Deadbones' plan may be to choose squirrels if the map doesn't favor lizards, because you have to keep in mind that that map had 2 good angles of attack and then a 3rd okay angle of attack into Classic Metal's base. We'll see if Classic Metal feels pressured into picking toads or some sort of AoE. He's going to go for landmines, it looks like. Other than that, he'll probably stick with the same thing.
Yep. Classic Metal going with the mines this time to add some AoE pressure against Deadbones. Let's see how this is going to work in game number 2. Classic Metal versus Deadbones here. In the south, we have Classic Metal setting up his own camp. Meanwhile, Deadbones set up in the northern part of this map. And this is quite an interesting map, I have to say. There is no easy way to cross. They have to go through the water area.
Yeah, this could become a long game. Now, knowing Deadbones, there's a very high chance that he takes control of the expansion to the west of Classic Metal's main base and gets something going on that high ground. He does have both players have ferrets and artillery and sniper balloon and fox, which is 4 long-range units. So,
well, how long do you think that's actually going to happen? Because that seems like an extremely low priority type of expansion to go for, even with that kind of strategy.
it's not to get the expansion; it's just to
Pressure that area.
Chances are Classic Metal is going to have warrens to the west of his base, and those will be toast if Deadbones gets control of that high ground.
All right, looks like Classic Metal going for the 7 warrens into a squirrel. Sorry, 7 farms into a squirrel warren. In the meantime, Deadbones waiting for his 8th farm to finish. He's still saving up food right now. Not really sure what he's planning on doing. We do see Classic Metal put down a mine.
Yep,
All right, there we go. Getting down the double squirrels, making sure he gets his squirrel army up and ready very fast.
I like that Deadbones goes for 8 farms here because the attack distance is so long between both bases that there's like no way your opponent can properly rush you as long as you scout that he's not going 5 farm into double lizard or something.
Do you think either player would be pressured by their expansion choices?
Classic Metal is not in a good spot. He only has access to 2 extra bases and no easy access to the high ground. This map is fairly bad for Classic Metal, to be honest.
So what does he need?
Deadbones has 4 expansions, whereas Classic Metal has 2, and Deadbones is already going to get up a sniper balloon on that cliff to deny Classic Metal access into the middle high ground area, so it's going to be tricky.
I recall seeing a game very similar to this before. Was it a Classic Metal game where he was just in a very bad corner of the map? I think it was against AV Ultima, I want to say.
Can't say I remember the game. Now, well, I think Classic Metal should do in this position, but it's going to be hard because the sniper balloon is up already. Is take the base to the west of his take the build to the west of his main base and then expand his territory from there to at least secure the high ground somehow. But he needs to do something
Oh man, Deadbones already put down the artillery there right next to the sniper balloon. This is going to be very hard for Classic Metal to push through with his squirrels.
Yeah, this map is not in Classic Metal's favor. This is going to be incredibly hard.
The RD is up.
The squirrels will have to all stack up on that bridge or run through the water while the artillery is chugging away at them. This is not going to be pretty. And Deadbones, he doesn't have to do anything. He just has to make sure his defenses are adequate and keep his base count up and make sure Classic Metal doesn't do anything sneaky. But he controls the one access point. So Deadbones is very much in control of this game right now.
Alright, right now, Deadbones still focusing on that one single cliff up there, making sure he can prevent Classic Metal making his way through. Classic Metal leaving his squirrels in front of that bridge. He doesn't really want to commit to anything just yet. It looks like he's going to make an attempt to scout right now. But he does see the artillery. He sees everything flashing before his eyes.
Sniper balloon gets to shoot twice and he dies. Classic Metal has a chance if he runs along the northeastern side of the map. He can maybe get away with it once his commander gets an extra HP upgrade, and then he can see what Deadbones is up to by running around the edges of the map. But it will leave his army exposed if Deadbones decides to attack.
Cosmo hasn't even decided to put down his barbed wire yet. He's just putting down mines in front of the bridge. He wants to prevent any possibility.
See, Deadbones ran around the army to get the scout information.
Oh, that was a really nice play.
Yeah, this is showing the experienced player.
Now, do you think that Classic Metal went for these expansions a little too fast, or do you think he needs to get the farm up as fast as possible?
He doesn't stand a chance in the long game because Deadbones simply has 2 extra bases that he can take.
Oh no, Deadbones took it. He took that upper expansion you were talking about earlier. He's going to put down
He places a ferret warren. He places a ferret warren, which means Classic Metal's main base is going to die. Because Classic Metal doesn't have pigeons, and his only source of flying vision is Sniper Balloon, which isn't up right now, so...
If there's a bright side for Classic... Oh, I'm just gonna say, if there's a bright side for Classic Metal, it does mean that he doesn't have to lose as much farm. We're already past the 5-minute point, not much action on either side, so it's a minimal loss, but it's still not great for Classic Metal. He is just shoring up on ferrets, though. He has 3 warrens of ferrets at the ready, and just building a ball of squirrels right now.
Still, with the artillery in place, he has to somehow take out the artillery without losing his commander, without losing his ferrets, and not having his squirrels out in front, because they will just get murdered.
In the meantime, this one lone ferret picking away at Classic Metal's initial base here, and not really much that Classic Metal can do about it. He doesn't have units for vision, he does not have a way up, and now he's going to make his way up across the bridge. Can he do anything about it? The artillery shots are flying through the air. This ferret sitting in the back on the bridge. Can his squirrels do enough damage against Deadbones to break through this area? He's slowly rolling down the artillery. Can he make his way through? The squirrels, though, they're almost all taken out. They're 15 squirrels. They're making their way back into the battle, but the ferrets are getting a little too close for comfort in the battlefield. He has to back out.
Took out the artillery, but it was at a huge cost.
Alright, Deadbone doesn't really mind that. He's just going to build another artillery. Make that 2 now. Sitting in this area, it's going to make it even harder for Classic Metal to attempt another race up that bridge. In the meantime, Deadbone's still working on this expansion down the bottom. He's bringing some more ferrets to this area to destroy this expansion once and for all, but most of the farms have been farmed out. Only that one farm he managed to kill is still there.
Yeah, so it's not a huge loss for Classic Metal, but the clock is still ticking. Deadbones has so much food to work with. But
he's going for it again. He sees Deadbones on the bottom, but he dies! Unfortunately, and now
his squirrels are all rallied forward.
The aggro is on for the squirrels as they push their way forward. Classic Metal needs to get his units to retreat right now. He does do a nice amount of damage to Deadbones' squirrel army, but it's not too much of a worry for Deadbones, as Classic Metal is going to be forced to retreat once more. And
Classic
now
Metal
Deadbones
still hasn't built a balloon to get high ground vision here. I think that's a big mistake. I mean, he has a lot to worry about because he knows he's in a really bad position, but allowing his ferrets to just shell away is not good.
And now Deadbones has claimed the final expansion on this map. He's going to make his way through it once more.
Ferrets are in front. No.
Oh, ferrets are in the bad position. 2 are dead already. Make that 3. And the ferrets are almost all down right now. In the meantime, Classic Metal trying to get his Squirrel Army to the front lines to take out as many of the units as he can, but they can't even get to the artillery. There's just so many units blocking their way, and the army is almost entirely wiped out. Classic Metal again retreating back to the bridge, but Deadbones isn't going to give time to rest. He's on the high ground right now. He has another artillery building. He has a sniper balloon at the ready. He's going to position ferrets as well. And this is just looking really grim for Classic Metal at this point. He's going to go for one more rush. See if he can get in, but right now he's being bombarded by a ton of shots. Will he even survive? No, he dies on the battlefield. His units are left on the bridge, and Deadbones is going to swarm right in to try to take out as many as he can before Classic Metal respawns.
This is slowly probably going to be the demise of Classic Metal. He didn't get high ground vision at all. Deadbones actually target fired his sniper balloon to kill ferrets in the previous fight.
And right now we can just watch as Classic Metal does his best to put up a brave front right now. He does have reinforcements still coming in, but oh my god, this is just looking so grim. And now Deadbones, he doesn't even need to command his squirrels. His squirrels are just doing the work for him. They're just sitting on the bridge, preventing Classic Metal from doing anything right now.
Yeah, and when they retreat, they get shelled by the artillery. It was a painful map for Classic Metal. Let's hope the next one is a little more balanced, at least. It was an unfortunate game.
2-0 in favor of Dev. Look at this army value graph. This is just insane. You can just see where Classic Metal desperately tried to increase his army value by a lot to attack the artillery, but it just wasn't enough. That was just a really bad position for Classic Metal.
He did do the right thing, trying to mass up a huge army and then bust through. He got close, he destroyed the artillery, but then he didn't have enough squirrels left to kill the sniper balloon. And so his first assault fell flat, and at that point Deadbones' insane economy had picked up. So we'll see if he can pull it back in Game 3.
Alright, here we go. Game number 3 right now, Classic Metal versus Deadbones. Deadbones pretty happy with himself right now, gonna go with the same loadout. What do you think Classic Metal needs to adjust to anything, or was that just bad map RNG?
He needed high ground vision, so either he needed to have a balloon up near that corner, because the balloon provides insanely good vision, or he needs pigeons of some sorts. He just had to run his army up 2 cliffs repeatedly, and it just wasn't going to work. Yeah, he's going to slot pigeons this time. I don't know if he'll continue to use barbed wire. That may be what he drops.
He's going to be grabbing the chameleons for himself this time.
It feels like he's pressured, but he could be using the chameleons against the artillery, sneak him up against the artillery, and then kill it quickly if he can. So, I mean, as long as the map isn't that ridiculous again, Classic Metal definitely has a shot at this.
Alright, he's gonna bring out the mines and the fogs. He's foregoing the barbed wire here as we head into game number 3 between Classic Metal and Deadbones right now. In a nice stormy map here. And Classic Metal given a bit of the short end of the stick again, as his base is in the middle of a lake.
Right. I'll have to look at the map for a little bit longer to decide what's actually going on here. Deadbones is going to use, as we said, use his same old. The map actually looks a bit more rectangular than usual, or is that just me?
I thought so too. It feels like it's a little stretched out for some reason.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why. Well,
it's strange.
It might be just the water feature is just in a very weird position for Classic Metal right now.
Yeah, at least Classic Metal won't really be able to be pressured by lizards, because there's one way into his base and then one way into his easy expansion. There is the high ground just to the north of his main base. That's a bit of a concern if Deadbones gets control of that, but it's quite far this time, so we'll see how this plays out.
There is a nice clearing in the middle between these 2 bases. We'll probably see most of the action here, but you know, either side could go around the backside towards each other. But do you think this water feature is actually good for Classic Metal, since it makes it hard for Deadbones to actually approach?
His main base is really safe. I don't think it's gonna matter that much. Deadbones isn't going for lizards, so we won't see insane early aggression most likely. The water feature is gonna be annoying for Classic Metal more than anything, I think, because he has no I mean, he could get to the base hidden off of his main base and then just grab that and burrow to it every time. But it's just annoying to get from one place to the next if you have to burrow every time.
Alright, both commanders going down to each other. I will say the forward warns are really nice from both sides, both of them realizing they need to get to the battlefield as quick as possible and puts their warns as far forward as possible. And it looks like Deadbones will be investing in lizards, it looks like. So lizards and squirrel army composition for Deadbones.
It can work. The lizards do sort of soak up some damage for the squirrels, but then again, squirrels in this patch have quite a bit of HP themselves. They actually have the same amount, so it can work. Maybe he's concerned about the barbed wire that Classic Metal's known for, so he slots in lizards to deal with that, but little does he know Classic Metal doesn't actually have barbed wire this time. He opted for landmines and chameleons.
I mean, they could, like, preemptively pop the landmines so the squirrel army doesn't get affected by them.
Still, the lizards are important as well in an army like that. Especially since, you know, if you mix up your army, the lizards, they will run in ahead, and if they die, then it's not great for your squirrels, because you simply have less squirrels than your opponents.
Alright, well, in any case, right now, we do see both sides taking their first expansions right now. Now, I will say, Klutzenmill opted to not go with the sniper balloon here. Will he be at any sort of disadvantage on this map, or will it not matter too much?
It will matter if he doesn't build pigeons, because we talked about high ground vision in the previous game, and if he doesn't get those pigeons out, then he still won't have any high ground vision. And Deadbones has some nice high ground to work with, so I hope Classic Metal can catch on to this. Deadbones is going for a sniper balloon, and Classic Metal didn't contest, even though I feel like he had good enough unit numbers to contest the building of that sniper balloon.
Alright, so 2 mines down, the third mine unfortunately taken out by Deadbones and Squirrels. So he does have something to prevent Deadbones from rushing in. But both
Problem
sides...
is, Classic Metal is kind of locked into this position now.
Alright, we can just see a clear line here. It's like World War I all over again right now between these two, as Klausman will be the first to get his ferrets out, it looks like.
But
And
there's already a balloon, so unless he moves all the way to the south, it's going to be really tricky to make the ferrets do anything useful.
And the balloon says hi to Classic Metal as he takes out one of the squirrels. So he now knows that the balloon is definitely there. He's going to bring his ferrets down to the bottom, seeing how much he can harass.
Has to be really careful with the ferrets, because Deadbones can just run in his lizards and take out those ferrets if he keeps them away too far away from the squirrel army.
Alright, here we go. Both sides just dancing around this line, trying to get their ferrets to do as much damage as possible. Should be noted, Classic Metal still hasn't opted for the pigeons quite yet, so he won't get the quick heal for these engagements. Let's see who's going to be doing much. It looks like Deadbones will be opting for that balloon, but here come the lizards, taking out one ferret, 2 ferrets now, and now he has no more ferrets. Deadbones been marching right in with his lizard and squirrel army hybrid, and they're going to be chunking squirrels one by one on Classic Metal's side. He only has 4 squirrels to his name. They're coming back for some reinforcement right now, but now they're going to focus in on this expansion, taking out 2 farms. Still going to focus on the farm, not on the expansion quite yet. He's going to probably back out here at this point. Classic Metal now back with an army to defend a little bit, but that was just some major damage done to Classic Metal's side. 3
yeah, he put his ferrets out too far in front, like I said, he would have to be careful about. And he couldn't get his squirrels in position in time. And then without the ferrets for support, Deadbones' army was strong enough to overcome Classic Metal, and he just won the fight. There was also the second sniper balloon for Deadbones went up uncontested, even though Classic Metal had his ferrets right then and there.
Oh, that one ferret. That ferret just avoids a second shot nicely, leaving himself with only 1 HP. Alright, the dance continues between both sides. It looks like Classic Metal is going to try to juke around the north side of the map. Can he get anything done with this? It looks like Deadbones is going to say no to that. He's going to swing his army upwards, crashing his lizards into the squirrel army. The one ferret is gone. Can they take out the sniper balloon? Do they have the ability to? It doesn't look like that. Classic Metal just doesn't have the raw numbers. He's going to call the GG.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And Deadbones will take the series 3-0.
So we have our first grand finalists. Deadbones will advance. Fortunately, Classic Metal had one really bad map, and then his first map he just lost the lizards. Unfortunately, his barbed wire as defense wasn't quite strong enough, and then this final game he was perhaps a bit too pressured into trying something new, dropping a sniper balloon, And yeah, it just wasn't quite enough, unfortunately.
All right, we'll head this back to our panel here. Guys, what did you think about that match for Classic Metal? Is it hashtag maps matter here, or was just Deadbones just way too good for Classic Metal to beat this time?
I think particularly in that game too, Classic Metal would have needed to do some sort of cheese or early rush. Again, as you guys have stated, it's in the long game he was definitely screwed unless he got some sort of high ground vision. But that was a tough map for anybody, but especially Classic Metal going against Deadbones, being one game down in the semifinals of September Showdown. Definitely a very rough place to be.
Yeah, he did a good job of just doing his best with the tools he had available in that second match. He built up a great army. He's so close to getting some kind of a evening out the match there. But I think the combination of just not having the high ground at all, like just his unit composition was not at all built for that match. It just didn't pay off. And in that third match, he let that first sniper volley from Deadbones just go completely uncontested, and that was really bad for him. It locked him off from the entire rest of the map, and he had no easy way of getting in there.
I will say that Deadbones really did a nice job of adjusting to Classic Metal's strategies, especially game one, where his answer to Classic Metal's usual play is just mass up a giant ball of lizards. And go.
Oh yeah, that was great. Those attacks from Deadbones with the lizards, that was perfect.
Yeah, it was a good map for it. Again, it was like a little bit lucky for Deadbones, but he did play it really well. And Classic Metal putting a bit too much faith in his barbed wire defense.
And now
Deadbones just reading it completely, going with his lizards.
And that third map, what do you guys think was sort of the point in which, Deadbones was able to roll that over? Was it the ferrets attacking, or do you think it was decided back when the draft was decided between the two of them?
It was Classic Metal's ferrets being too far out of position, and then Deadbones could just run in his lizards and take them out.
Definitely. He was already in a good position at that point. He just didn't have any real advantage. Once he killed those ferrets and then stomped the rest of the army, he had a lot of losses, but he was ahead at that point, and then it just kept building up and building up.
Yeah, I do want to point out that if you go back and look at Classic Metal's food values during that game, he got a little bit distracted and ended up with maybe 400 food at one point during some of those final moments. So maybe a little bit of nerves, a little bit of worrying that he's losing fights and not looking at his food bank. But
Definitely
perhaps there was more. Yeah. All right, well, with that, Deadbones advances to the Grand Finals, one step closer to claiming his first ever Clash of Comrades tournament and continuing his undefeated streak in these finals, 3-0ing both of his opponents. We're going to move on to LOL Steamroller versus Lev. What are we expecting from these two opponents here? Was LOL Steamroller up all night researching Lev's gameplay?
I hope he got at least some sleep.
I think this is going to be an interesting match. I think LOL Steamroller matches up pretty nicely against Lev if he's able to read what Lev is doing, but we've seen how Lev can just be extremely flexible in his drafts, and he can come up with some pretty interesting things of his own. And he also has a pocket owl strategy that he will bring out from time to time, as it was his, it was one of his core units back when he first started playing.
All right, well, with that, let's go ahead and jump into the action here. Uh-oh. Having a little bit of trouble. There we go. Join the lobby. We're going to switch over here to the two layers. Lev is going to be Archimedes in the yellow and LOL Steamroller in green as the quartermaster. We're going to pass it back to our casting team of Best Teammaker and LeConte for this series of Best of 5. Take it away.
All right, here we are. The next semifinals match, Lev versus LOL Steamroller here. LOL Steamroller immediately going for his build. Triple tier 1s, it looks like, with squirrels, lizards, and pigeons, backed by wolf and ferret. In the meantime, Lev is going to be going for the toads.
Interesting. He must be expecting lizards.
So
it's the only time. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, toads are... Oh, no. Okay, I was about to say he was going to bring out the toads, but never mind. So I was going to say, we haven't really seen toads much in these finals matches that recently.
So he takes out toads just as LOL Steamroller takes out lizards, and then LOL Steamroller is going to add in lizards again. Lev
stream sniping? What is this?
They're good enough not to do that. Lev opts for his wolf and owl combination. It's an interesting one. I don't know exactly why it works. I haven't researched the theory of it, but it does, and Lev makes it work. So we'll see how this game goes.
All right, here we are. Game number 1 between Lev and Lowell Steamroller. Let's see how this match will go between the two of them. Looks like Lev has his final loadout at the ready for him. In the meantime, both sides just trying to get their farms up as we take a look around this map here. A very... I'm not really sure how to describe this map. There seems like one road, low ground road between the two bases, but there's a lot of options through the waterfront that Lev has.
There's quite a few angles of attack to each base, but they're quite long. There's this strange elevation going on. So Lev in yellow to the east side. His expansions are far away from Lol Steamroller, relatively, but they're not that easy to defend because of the high ground around them. Whereas Lol Steamroller, he has the base to the west of his main base, which is pretty easy to defend as long as he can keep an eye on where Lev's army is. Both players went for 7 farm Warren, it looked like. And then, yeah, the middle is very hard to get to for Lev. So we'll see if Lol Steamroller can capitalize on that.
Alright, both sides getting their squirrel army at the ready, 6 squirrels each on their 8 farms. And do you think they're... Oh, Lol Steamroller. I don't know if that was a misclick or if he was just trying to bait something. He was trying to grab that expansion there and sold it immediately. I think that might have been an accident then.
Yeah, he can move his squirrels to that ledge and pick off 3 of Lev's farms if he moved there. But he'd have to probably get back to base fast enough before Lev can counterattack. We'll see if he ends up going for that play.
Alright, it looks like he's also going to bring out a lizard as well. So it's going to be 2 squirrels with the lizard warren as well. And now, speaking of that expansion earlier, do you think Lev will try to go for any sneaky expansion plays because of his position?
I don't think he needs to be sneaky about it. Like, he's going to reinforce here. He puts up some barbed wire in front and then expands behind it. It's pretty standard play. Lol Steamroller has lizards to deal with the barbed wire, but they're not going to be enough if there's squirrels sitting on top of it. But then the army can be forced out because Lol Steamroller has his ferret warren up, so sooner rather than later there will be ferret shots going down.
Alright, hopefully Lev can see this happen, but in the meantime he's just going to reinforce this expansion. Some more barbed wire coming out, he says.
Yeah, covering his angle. That's good.
Lol Steamroller seems to be planning something. He's going to bring his ferret over to the high ground. Here it comes.
Instead of moving his squirrels, he's going to move the ferret over there. Lev is not going to scout this.
He does not know the ferret's coming.
Lev has balloons, but they're not up yet, so this ferret is going to do massive work. It's not in range though. Lol Steamroller backed off a little bit too early.
He left it there and now just sitting there wondering what to do. Oh boy, he's gonna go back. He's gonna reposition the ferret. He has to
Lev, look at this. Lev builds a beautiful sniper balloon on the high ground.
Alright, so he's gonna take out the first farm with the ferret. He's gonna take out farm number 2.
But meanwhile, Lev does the right thing and moves in his army against Lol Steamrollers, who does back out. But his ferrets are on the high ground. This is good positioning for Lol Steamroller. But he only took out 1 farm, which is, considering the circumstances, not that bad for Lev.
That pig just has spider senses or something. He just dodged every single ferret bullet, which was insane. And looks like as Lol Steamroller trying to go for some ferrets, Lev is moving in with his army. Can Lol Steamroller actually see this happening? He's going to bring back himself over there.
The ferrets, no!
The ferrets, no! That's the second time his ferrets are out of position once more. And
this is very unfortunate. Lol Steamroller's getting... Ooh, expanding, choosing to get that base.
Alright, he's going to come around. The barbed wire is at the ready. The lizards are on their way to take it out, but he's going to back out immediately. He sees the squirrel army
dancing around the range of that sniper balloon, and Lev sees everything because of that balloon.
Ooh, he does sell that warren just in time before the ferret takes it out. It's a nice reaction from Lev. So let me ask, if Lol Steamroller did happen to get those ferrets in the proper position, how much trouble would he have been in? Before you answer that, looks like we're having engagement on the top here. Lev pushing his way through with the squirrels. Meanwhile, Lol Steamroller trying to push his way through. He has to defend this expansion as much as he can. He is going to push back Lev's army, but that sniper balloon is going to be a problem for Lol Steamroller. He's going to make his way up to the north towards that empty expansion, but Lev is up there as well at the ready with his own army. And the Ferrets are going to make their way, and they take out... Well, he doesn't take out the Warren. It looks like he sells the Warren just before it gets destroyed, so he gets some food back from it. But the Ferrets are there. They're pressuring this area.
He sells too many Warrens, then he doesn't have units left.
He does have this Owl Warren at the ready. He's going to be slowly moving in with his squirrels. Lev being very careful about his position right now. Some squirrels are being taken out by the Ferret Fire, but it looks like he's actually taking out a lot of Lol Steamer's units. He has to back out right now. He only has 3 squirrels to defend his ferrets. And Lev just has a short path.
Probably could have stayed a little bit longer, but he decides to back off. Still, I think that's a win for Lol Steamroller, but the Owl for Lev is close to being finished here. Is it on the way?
It is on the way.
Yes, it is. It's almost finished.
5 seconds before it's
That's going to be
done.
a huge deal, I think.
All right.
Lev, I'm surprised that Lol Steamroller took the base that he did, but it seems to be working out for him.
Alright, in the meantime, it looks like Lev just trying to dance around. Lol Steamer does take out some barbed wire, but here comes Lev's army. The Owl is in position here. Do we see a possible Owl bomb? Not yet. The Owl has not been popped yet. Lev is going to back out a little bit. I don't think he wants to lose that Owl this early yet.
Yeah, Lev's balloon on that cliff position is just beautiful. It controls so much of the map. Now, Lev is ahead in farms currently because Lol Steamroller was really late to get his expansion up. Oh, might be another engagement. Lev thinks better of it.
He has a sniper balloon of his own. He's telling Lev, get out of this area. But he's going to attack from the south side. Can he get anything done here? The Owl is looming above, dropping mice. But it looks like Lev is not going to commit quite yet. He's going to back out just some more.
Lev took a good trade though. And now he's going to retake the fight in his own sniper balloon range. This is great.
Alright, both sides just trying to dance outside the range of the sniper balloons right now. As Lev pushing his way in through once more. The Owl, 1 HP.
1 HP.
Okay, it's still there. Is he going to go back in for the Owl bomb? Not quite yet. He still wants to save that Owl.
Oh, but all of Lev's reinforcements got sniped out. Most of them get sniped out by Lol Steamroller's balloon. This is not great for him.
Oh, the pathing, the squirrels, not the great for them right now as they run.
Have to keep in mind that, yeah, they prioritize the road. And there's only road, actually, so it doesn't really matter in this case.
Alright, here we go. Lev wants to take out that sniper balloon. He's going to make his way there. Can he get there in time? His squirrel army is there, ready to chunk that balloon down to pieces. And he's now going to make his way slowly forward towards his expansion right now, trying to position his units on the high ground to prevent Lol Steamer from reinforcing this area. Oh, it looks like Lol Steamer is going to call the GG.
He waited too long to expand, and then he couldn't keep up his aggression. He simply didn't have the food for it.
Alright, a long drawn-out battle there, but it does look like Lev will take game number 1 for himself, forcing Lol Steamer in a very precarious situation. And some nice Owl plays from Lev as well, preventing the Owl from dying. I thought
there was some really good micro. I'd say he got a little bit lucky as well, but it was good control.
1 HP Owl is basically what happened there.
Yep, it was nice. Yeah, and the sniper balloon position was really good for Lev. And like I said, Lol Steamroller, he could expand earlier in safer positions than he did. But he decided to go for the ferret play and unfortunately didn't quite rally his ferrets far forward enough.
Do you think things would have changed if he did get his ferrets in the proper position?
They could have killed more farms, which would slow down Lev, which would have changed the game for sure.
Alright. Hopefully Lol Steamroller will think about his positioning a little bit more in this battle. Looks like we're going to be heading to game number 2 of the army selection right now. He's going to be dropping the lizards in favor of the pigeons. In the meantime, Lev's still keeping his usual. It looks like the same draft from last time, am I correct?
If he goes with balloon, yes.
Yep, there you go.
Same.
Lev
Lol
going
Steamroller, he goes for the Dead Bones build.
Alright, we got some artillery coming in from Lol Steamroller. Let's see what happens here. Game number 2 between Lev and Lol Steamroller. As we take a look upon this very hilly map here. Well, hilly on one side, watery on the other.
Maps today have not been amazing in terms of fairness, I think. In this case, Lol Steamroller has a decent expansion, but it's a little bit exposed. Lev has his alpha vision, so eventually it'll be hard to defend. It's hard to say how this game will develop.
Alright, here we go. Now, what do you think about the interaction between their drafts? How do you think it's going to play out?
They have very similar drafts, honestly. Lol Steamroller does have the Fox advantage in this case, so if there's not too many balloons, the Fox can get to work and get Lol Steamroller a big advantage as the game goes on. But if there's a couple of balloons up there, Fox just can't get in there. Other than that, it's going to be tricky for Lol Steamroller to deal with an Owl-Wolf combo if it does get up, and Lev has access to enough bases, I think, to get that up and running if he wanted to. So we'll see who gets tier 3 up, if tier 3 gets up, and what the state of the game is at that point. That I think whoever gets tier 3 up first can get a big advantage in this game.
Do you think the artillery will ever get a chance to make a difference in this match?
It can. Lol Steamroller can use it to secure the western side of the map if he wanted to, but he doesn't really have good high ground to place it on. There's good positions where it covers a lot of angles, but there's no good position where the artillery itself is safe enough from an attack, I feel. But we've seen in some games from Deadbones that you don't necessarily need a great position for the artillery. You just need to get it up in time in a good position, where it covers angles, and that can be enough.
Alright, Lev marking down the line of battle here between the two players.
Yeah, and Lol Steamroller didn't go for lizards this time, so he doesn't actually have a way to deal with barbed wire, except for artillery cannon splash.
So artillery, the splash damage does affect the
If it targets a unit that's close to the barbed wire, then the splash damage will hurt the barbed wire.
Alright.
But it can't directly shoot the barbed wire.
Oh, in any case, it looks like Lol Steamroller will be taking his first expansion right now. That really nice expansion tucked away in the corner.
Taking his, not going for early aggression this time around, as he doesn't have the easy cliff to attack from, so he's actually going to get an economy going this game. He has quite a bit of food stocked up, so he may just go for all of his farms at once. No, only goes for 2 right now.
Alright, in the meantime, Lev just shoring up a giant army right now, backed by ferrets, it looks like. Meanwhile, Lol Steamroller still sticking with squirrels on his side.
Yeah, Lol Steamroller is not going to have ferrets up anytime soon. So if Lev can get his ferrets out and start poking away, then Lol Steamroller could be in a bit of trouble because his warrens are fairly exposed.
Alright, Lev will be taking that high ground expansion there to the south of his base. Not going to go for the north or the western one. Just going for the high ground, making sure he can expand down to this bottom hilly area. In the meantime, Lol Steamroller gonna scout on ahead, trying to see where, if there is any sort of avenue his units can cross into. He doesn't want to bring his units into the barbed wire, for sure.
No, and he's also... Lev is drawing a line across this map, and he's saying, my half of the map has more bases than yours, so come at me, basically. He's gonna move in his ferrets now.
Line has been drawn in the sand at this point right now. Lev marking his territory now. He's going to be popping some farms and his expansion. In the meantime, Lol Steamroller is going to get his Fox Sworn up in the back.
Probably
so
best play right now, but there's already 1 balloon up for Lev. So once the Fox is... Once Lev sees the Fox, he may very well start building more balloons. And the game can get really weird once players invest in a lot of balloons.
Alright, it looks like Lev is now starting to pressure with his ferrets right now. Lol Steamroller trying to bring his squirrels forward to pressure the ferrets, but they get away just fine, and Lev's squirrel army is there to back up right there. Along with the sniper balloon, he's going to go in. He takes out 1 squirrel warren. Can he get anything else from this exchange? It looks like it's going to be an all-out battle here on the riverside. And Lev losing some units. He's actually losing a lot of squirrels right now. He's going to back out from
decided
the water.
to move out of range of his own sniper balloon, which may have been a mistake. All his units were caught in the water, which reduces their effectiveness because they can't get in range properly. But Lol Steamroller is forced to... He lost 1 warren and is forced to sell another one, so... In the long run, this is a win for Lev, but he's still lost that fight quite heavily.
Alright, looks like Lev going to be dropping his Owl Warren right now as well.
And the Fox is out, so let's see if Lol Steamroller can make this happen.
Alright, Lol Steamroller's going to grab that northern expansion. Let's see if he can move press on forward right now.
There's
He's
barbed
getting
wire.
his units surrounding the balloon, but the squirrels don't quite make it, but they do take out the balloon! Barbed wire, they're doing a ton of damage to Lol Steamroller's units, but he does have enough to back out. Now he's going to attack again from the southern side. He has his Fox going with him at the ready. Looks like he's going to be trying to take out the farms on Lev's expansion right now. In the meantime, Lev going to be going for the expansion up on top. But the Fox pressure is just too much. Lev has to back up. He needs to pressure this Fox somehow, but he takes out all the farms.
Okay.
And backs out 13 HP on the
Calling
Fox.
it close.
Does have the pigeons there to heal it up. So, Lowell Steamer, that was some great plays there. He takes out the sniper balloon and even takes out 4 farms from Lev.
This is bad for Lev right now. He's on 3 farms, so he has to really make this owl happen, because he will not get a second one. And the Fox is just going to go to town now.
I don't think the owl can even come out. He doesn't even have enough food to spawn the owl.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
Oh, there it is. The timer is just so hard to see sometimes.
Yeah, on the owl icon, it's pretty hard to see.
Alright, so the owl is going to be coming out soon, but will the owl make a difference in this match, do you think?
It has to. For Lev. It's as simple as that. He's on 3 farms. There is no way he can reinforce unless All Steamroller decides to sit back. But he has a Fox, so he has a great tool to harass.
Alright, the owl is up and ready for Lev right now. Let's see how much of a difference it can make. It looks like Lowell Steamroller gets a balloon of his own right now.
And Lowell Steamroller has almost double the squirrel numbers that Lev has, but both players are on no farms.
Alright, Lev trying to push that Fox away, the Fox being the pesky little guy he is. She is, I mean. Poking away at Lev's
Pesky
army
little
one
girl,
by
yes.
one. What a clever girl.
Unfortunately, there is barbed wire, so the Fox doesn't want to get caught in that, as it does slow movement speed. But the Fox will just snipe the mice that come from the owl easily, and it's a much better unit at picking off units one by one than the ferrets are. So I don't think Lev can make any aggressive plays currently.
Ooh,
I think he's
gonna
doing
go
the right thing going... Oh, here comes the Fox, yeah.
He's going once more. He's going to see if he can get down here, do as much damage as he can, but there's nothing for him to shoot down here, really, so he's going to have to get out. But the water is stuck in the water right now. Can Lev get his units out fast enough? It doesn't look like it. The Fox does make her escape.
Yeah, the water doesn't slow the Fox down enough so that ferrets can hit her, unfortunately. Because she is swift. Lev is going hard for farms, which is what he needs to do. Lowell Steamroller is slightly ahead in farms. And Lev's just... he sold his ferrets in favor for more squirrels right now, and probably more farms.
He's going to try to reinforce his economy right now, but Lowell Steamroller isn't going to make this easy. His Fox is back, but it's walking
it's
to
in
barbed wire. Is
It's
he getting a little too greedy right now? He's going to try to get as much farm as he can. Can he take it out in time? 1 pig is down. 2 pigs are down. But it looks like Lev's army is here. He has to back out. The Fox
he's backing
only has
into a
5
corner.
HP, but there's no escape from the Fox. The Fox is
He
going
could
to
have
die
run
here.
along the north side of the map. Ooh, this is... Oh no, he's rebuilding it, so he actually has enough food to rebuild it. He took out 2 farms. Unfortunately, the Fox doesn't do full damage against farms under construction because they count as structures.
And he's going to try to take out the Owl Warren, it looks like. He's going to gather his units here, but Lev gets his army here just in time, but the Owl Warren is destroyed, so no Owl backup, but the Owl is just dropping so many mice on the ground.
And ran his entire army through 2 units of barbed wire. I do not think that was the play.
He just lost his entire army there in that engagement, and now this opens up Lev to take his expansion here. That expansion is gone. Lowell Steamroller is now in the losing side.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Fox is up again, though.
The Fox is up. Can this Fox do much damage to save Lowell Steamroller? He's going to try to shoot as many units as he can.
I mean, the Fox isn't going to die, so it will keep Lowell Steamroller in the game. But he is on 1 farm now, right now. So this Fox has to miraculously even out the game again.
Oh, he's going to do this again. He's going to leave the Fox in the barbed wire once more. He's going to try to take out all the farms. He wants to put Lev into starvation mode right now.
1 farm is alive, both players. And he goes into the barbed wire and kills the Fox.
He loses the Fox. He may have lost the game with this. He has only 1 farm working for him. Lev also only has 1 farm working for him. He has nothing for himself.
And now he has the owl for flying vision. And Lowell Steamroller is on 2 squirrels and 1 farm. This is painful. He didn't have a way to deal with barbed wire this game.
I mean, he didn't have to. He just rushed right in through the barbed wire, and Lev just saw this and said, "I'm going to take advantage
respecting
of
the
it."
barbed wire. Now, Lowell Steamroller does have a good amount of squirrels up now.
He do this in time, though. Lev's army is pounding on the doors of this final base here. Well, not the final base, one of the final bases.
Yeah, Lowell Steamroller is winning this fight.
He's going to push out Lev's army, it looks like. And Lev
Lowell Steamroller is on 0 farms and does not have the food. He has to sell his pigeon warren, I don't know where it is.
Oh, he has to sell another warrant. His units took some of that food with him.
He has to sell his pigeon warren, but he may be forgetting that he has those.
Oh, Lev, though, he sees this. He's gonna try to take this one out. And Lowell Steamroller is now... He's defending his life, but the owl bomb goes off. The owl is dead, but there's so many mice on the field right now.
Yeah, this was a good timing.
Oh no.
The owl bomb. Lev realizes if I win this, there's no way he has anything to come back with it. So all these mice running in.
Army of poison mice.
And here come the pigeons to heal nothing. Oh, this was sad for Lowell Steamroller. This was sad.
Lev wins a game, really drawn out game. Look at the graph here, you can see just how far ahead Lowell Steamroller was, and then that giant dip when he loses the Fox.
This was a painful game. I think Lowell Steamroller watched a few too many of Valently's games. No disrespect, this was a joke, ladies and gentlemen. But this was not the play. I hope he can bring it back, because he has the potential to win this. But we'll see how it goes.
2-0 for Lev right now. The chat is just full of throws right now. You can have a baseball team with this many people in chat right now. Oh, Lev, he's gonna count his lucky stars though for that game. Do you think Lowell Steamroller can bring it back? Like, what does he have to do? I mean, game 1 he had bad positioning. Game 2 he rushed into the barbed wire. Game 3 he just not have to do either of those things.
He needs a way to deal with barbed wire. Because it wasn't a huge factor in game 1, and it lost him the game in game 2. So, yeah, he's gonna go for lizards. That's exactly what he needs to do now. Lev may opt to not get barbed wire this time, to just mess with his opponent's head and get a different unit instead. We'll see what he decides to do.
Well, Steamroller was also dropping the Fox. He's gonna bring the wolf into his army.
Might be going for a wolf timing push, which could be very effective. Like a lizard, squirrel, wolf push can decimate barbed wire in 2 hits. It doesn't need to do anything. He goes for pigeons again, which are nice with the squirrel, with the ferrets, but not necessarily with tier 1. So we'll see. I think Lowell Steamroller should opt for Sniper Balloon as his last unit. And Lev is just going to stick with what he knows best. And yeah, Lowell Steamroller does go with the Sniper Balloon.
You know, throughout this entire series, Lev has not even gotten to use his wolf yet. So this may be the game where we see a wolf engagement.
He needs enough economy to back it up, and both of these games so far have been. No player has had a fully saturated second base yet at any point in the game, because they're so careful about their timings.
All right, let's see if that changes for this game here. It's going to be game number 3 between Lev and Lowell Steamroller. And this is a nice open map for once.
Well, you say nice, but for Lowell Steamroller this may not be what he was hoping for. Lev has a really easy to defend base to the east of his main. It's just up on 2 cliffs, ridiculously hard to get to for Lowell Steamroller, and Lowell Steamroller can only expand towards his opponent unless he goes for a hidden base somewhere, so this may be tricky for him again. But he could do a wolf timing on a single base and try and win the game with that. That could definitely work.
Alright. Right now, both sides just scouting out the lay of the land right now. Do you think this map has good barbed wire positioning for Lev, or is he going to have to invest in order to put down barbed wire?
There's the easy barbed wire, just between the 2 bases, obviously. But then Lowell Steamroller can loop around, but that leaves his base very exposed. So I don't think there's a barbed wire. It can be a factor this game, and it might well be. I'm not going to count it out. It could very well be used to block off access to the eastern side of the map, so Lev doesn't have to worry about it too much as the game goes on. But right now, the map is too open for barbed wire to be completely effective, I think.
Alright, here we go. Some units now dropping on the board for both sides. Lev going for triple squirrel warrens. Lowell Steamroller, 1 warren of squirrels and 2 lizard warrens this time. So he definitely wants to get rid of any possible barbed wire, it looks like.
Yeah, at least early lizards are stronger than early squirrels, as we've talked about before. Lev is opting for high ground base there. It works. It gives him, if he can hold a position, he gets the 2 bases to the east of it, so he has 2 bases behind his main line, which is good. And Low Steamroller probably is thinking about either expanding soon or denying Lev any scouting info and then maybe going for the wolf timing. We'll see how it goes. Neither player is going for ferrets yet.
So we talked about how we haven't really seen a game where we see a giant economy. Do you think this will well, before I say anything, it looks like we're going to see some Lizard on barbed wire action. The Lizard actually takes out the barbed wire.
Very nice. Very nice from Low Steamroller. This is a Lizard there, so it's alright.
He wanted to try to take out more barbed wire, but Lev was there just in time. He's going to rebuild the barbed wire. 20 gold, 20 food, nothing really much to lose. But he's going to make his way around the base.
This is nice. He's going to take out 1 or 2 farm this for sure. Lev doesn't know it's coming. Oh, the reinforcements unfortunately get caught off. He's going to pick up 1 farm. He's going to go for a second. Oh.
Looks
okay, he does get 2. That was good.
Alright, 2 farms for the trade. Very nicely done for Low Steamroller.
And he picks off 1 barbed wire in the front in the meantime. That was it's an okay trade. He loses about 6 lizards for 2 farms, so that works out in the end. But again, Low Steamroller doesn't have an expansion yet, but he's going to add in more units now to probably secure his position on the map.
Do you think at this point Lev needs to sell the barbed wire, or do you think it's safe just to leave it there?
Oh no, he wants to save it. Low Steamroller opted to sell most of his lizards now. Lev doesn't know this, but he only has a single lizard warren remaining now.
Alright, looks like he's going to go in once more, this time with the full army here. And Lev is going to meet him on the battlefield right now. He pulls back, Low Steamroller pulls back the lizards, but pulls them back in just for them to get destroyed. And now Low Steamroller is losing in squirrel numbers right now.
Yeah, Low Steamroller invested heavily back into the squirrels, but they weren't done yet. He went and attacked, but half his squirrels just weren't finished building yet.
He does have the ferret out for himself right now, which Lev does not have.
But there's already a balloon.
Ooh, Lev sees the ferret fire. He needs to be a little bit careful about his position here as the army stares down each other and see what's going to happen.
Does have pigeons now, which is going to be nice in a poke engagement like this. And Lev's army is actually about the same size as Low Steamroller's, just because Lev has expanded. But the clock is ticking for Low Steamroller. We have 20 seconds to go, and then Low Steamroller will be on 4 farms.
All right, the owl is coming out for Lev right now. Lizard's here trying to take out
game 1.
All right, it looks like Lev doesn't really defend the barbed wire fast enough, and some ferrets take out a few squirrels. So Low Steamroller is going to back out. A bit of a meager victory for himself, but the owl is still coming right now. The warren building safely behind line, and the sniper balloon just remaining uncontested, making it hard for Low Steamroller to try to attack the northern side. He does take out some more squirrels, but can't really advance too far forward.
Trades, but Low Steamroller would rather not have to trade right now. Okay, he did save up food, and now he... Oh, I think he was going... Did he have a tier 3 warren? Because he suddenly got a lot of food back.
Probably. It looks like he's going to just opt for the sniper balloon.
Oh, he sold his ferrets.
Oh, there we go. He's going to engage once more. So, what do you think Low Steamroller is trying to go for, since he just sold off his ferrets?
He needed the money to secure this position. He got the balloon up with that, and he's getting more farms. He's actually going to be ahead in farms, because Lev only has 2 on his expansion. So, if Lev... Low Steamroller's army is slightly stronger than Lev's, as long as the owl isn't out yet, which is going to change very shortly. So this is going to be a strange game. Lev he has access to safe expansions, but it just doesn't have the food for it right now.
Oh, a few seconds up, and here comes the owl out for Lev. It's going to be a nice boost to his army here.
Meantime, don't know if Lev is moving out of this right away, because there is the balloon up, which could be tricky.
I think at this point, Low Steamroller sees the owl. Gonna have to think of something to defend. He's gonna just build more sniper balloons. Is his answer, and he's gonna bring his lizards around once more for the loop. Doesn't look like he's gonna do anything.
Only 4 lizards. That's gonna be tricky to do anything.
He's just gonna leave it up there.
Yeah, Low Steamroller builds a second balloon on that position. Now, it's okay, but where does he go for his 3rd base? That's the question.
I mean, there's still that far north expansion up to the very top of the map he could take.
That's true. He could go there. I guess Lev is too worried about frontal attack because both players are so close right now.
More barbed wire, says Lev. More! 2 barbed wire now going down for Lev as he's going to be towing the line here between himself and Low Steamroller. His mice, though. The aggro range of the mice may be a bit of an issue for Lev.
They got sniped. They got sniped. Little Steamroller, he's moving his lizards around, but the sniper balloon, I'm pretty sure, spots that. Yeah, he can... Lev can just about see those lizards dancing around on the edge of his vision. So, well, Steamroller has a lot of food to work with now, and is going for a wolf. Now, this could be the game change. He has a good amount of squirrels, he has a decent amount of lizards. He's going to get that base now. Okay, well, Steamroller is in a good position right now.
Grabs that northern expansion, like we were talking about, and he's going to just continue, hold his position. He does gather his army, but his wolf isn't at the ready yet. I don't think he should be moving quite yet.
Oh no, he should just wait until his wolf is up. Maybe add in 1 or 2 lizard warrens in the meantime.
Now, I'm sort of worried about Lev's army progression right now. He's building into a second owl, actually. Okay.
Interesting. It's going to add a lot of just meat to his army, so to say. Might be an engagement.
Lev is wandering in. His
Wants to
mice are
contest this
moving up
balloon.
forward. Here comes this battle right now, but the balloon's going to get up, and Lev loses a good chunk of units.
Yeah, Lost Steamroller lost 4 lizards and 2 squirrels. Whereas Lev, the unit losses were about even, but Lost Steamroller gets the balloon up, which is the big thing. Lev is going to get a base. Okay, so both players have access to back base, so to say. Lost Steamroller's wolf is about to be finished. About 3/4 done, so that may be the timing we're looking for. And Lost Steamroller sold off one of his balloons. That he has a more forward one. This is really nice. These sort of forward hops with balloons are very strong if you can get them up.
The wolf hops to attention. He is ready to enter the battlefield to rally his troops up.
And yeah, Lost Steamroller's added in 2 lizard warrens, like I suggested. I really like that he's doing this because he needs to deal with the barbed wire. If there's barbed wire on the field, his squirrels will get shredded. So this could be enough. And the owl is still a ways off. Well, it's going to be up soon, but it will not have its full potential.
10 seconds at the ready, but... Okay, so he's just going to bring his lizard army up here to the north.
Building some more farms.
Defend this area, probably?
Maybe.
He brought his entire lizard platoon up there, so...
Oh, he might be going for some more lizards back there, and then moving all of his lizards into a backdoor attack. But Lev knows that his lizards are up there, I think.
Lev has the double owl at the ready. He's going to make his way forward. Where is Little Steamroller? He has to get back here to defend the base.
His lizards are taking out Lev's expansion, but his own base is going to get taken out because there's too many things for this balloon to deal with.
One owl is popped. The mice are making their way into the army. The wolf buff goes up.
And there's not enough units left.
Down. There are no more units to defend them. Even the pigs get the pup, but that's not even enough to defend this area. And the wolf has to back up very soon. He's getting chunked down really fast. Can they get it? His 1 HP left. He is able to get him back, but
gets the wolf out.
that is a good number of damage there.
Lost Steamroller's lizards on the retreat took out all of Lev's warrens.
Uh-oh. This is actually not good for Lev right now.
And Lost Steamroller has the better economy at this point.
Oh.
Those lizards retreating, I'm going to say it may not have been intentional, but his lizards ran back through Lev's base and just killed every single warren except for 2 squirrel warrens.
No one expected this to happen. Probably not even Low Steamroller himself. He's like, wait a minute.
And the owl lives with 1 HP. So he has food, he has warrens, he can just go in right now. The Wolfbuster's going to go off nicely here. His units are already in position. There we go. This is nice.
The stim is up.
Oh, he didn't kill all the barbed wire, but he still has way too many squirrels alive.
Oh no, Lev. Just no more army, no more owls. He only has 3 squirrels.
Full Steamroller decided to target fire the mill.
The mice, they're doing so much damage to Low Steamroller's army.
Didn't kill it. Okay. Lev has squirrels again, and he has mice. Well, Steamroller is on 3 farms, slowly rebuilding his army. Sells his wolf, okay.
What just happened?
Well, Steamroller went to try and push down the base and ignored the units, and he lost his army.
There's just an army of mice marching down. There's no owl, but it doesn't matter. He's just gonna march it down.
He's gonna try and rebuild in the north now. He has to be really quick. He needs a balloon, he needs lizards, he needs to act super quick. He needs his balloon going up right now.
He has the food ready, but will it be fast enough? The army is marching its way down.
He's not gonna get a balloon up. He needs to retreat his units behind his mill. No, because it's high ground. No, he needed balloon right away. Oh god.
Oh, the Warrens are
Steamroller.
down.
Why?
Lizard has no more homes. Can they chunk through the Lizard fast enough? The mice, there's still 1 or 2 mice left on the field here, threatening this position. Lizard's trying to do something, but the reinforcements aren't coming out fast enough. The Squirrels on the high ground in a perfect position to take out Lowell Steamroll's final expansion here. He's doing his best trying to guide the Lizards up towards where the Squirrels are. Lev, though, still on the high ground, taking out these Lizards one by one.
It looked so good for Lowell Steamroller here. Okay, he's gonna try and rally his Lizards behind his mill now. But he couldn't sell his Warren, so he's out of food right now. And Lev has 12 squirrels.
There we go, right now, once more the engagement comes in. Lev has the Squirrels trapped by the Lizards. Can the Lizards do enough damage to the Squirrel army? It looks like the answer, maybe yes. The trades are going in favor of Lowell Steamroller. He pushes out the army, and he lives. Barely.
Lev wants to... Oh.
Lev
doesn't know that there's a base there. Doesn't see it. Oh,
right.
Okay.
Steamroller making his way through the barbed wire. The farm is still building. If this farm is gone, Lev will be in starvation. There it is.
The farm. He is taking out most of the squirrels. His units are fighting different things. He's to kill the last squirrel. Okay. Lev has 2 squirrels. It's against 2 lizards. But Lev has no farms.
He has no farms. He's in starvation mode right now. The ticker is still going down for him right now. He hasn't been able to rebuild.
It looks like Lowell Steamroller is gonna stay in this game.
Lev
has enough food for a farm.
Can he get a farm up in time? He's gonna sell all his remaining barbed wire.
What is this game? What is this game? So the good thing for Lowell Steamroller is he has lizards, which will beat squirrels, but he only has 4 of them, but Lev has 5 squirrels. Okay, he's gonna take out that mill for free, which is great. Lev still hasn't spotted Lowell Steamroller's base there.
It's like the fight has just been reduced to the early game now. It's only squirrels, only lizard, and 2 Warrens each. What is going on here?
Lowell Steamroller has the slight lead in the economy timing. He has 2 farms up, whereas Lev only has 1. And Lev will have to take a mill before he can take more farms. So, I think this is Lowell Steamroller's game to lose again. I think.
This is such a back and forth match, and it's like almost unintentionally happened this way.
Okay, Lowell Steamroller. Okay, he's gonna take out this base as well, it seems, and maybe go for the Warrens.
Alright, he's bringing his army around the area.
Any unit dying right now is awful for either player.
Oh, he's going to chase out the lizards?
Oh, that's too fast.
They're not fast, yep. Alright! A slow game here right now.
Okay. So yeah, Lev only has his 1 farm, and he's going to build units with it as he should. Lowell Steamroller, if he matches the squirrel count with lizards, then he should win.
He's not building Warrens though.
He's
there he is.
There we go.
There it is. Okay.
Lev spots the base, but now the squirrels are not protected by the pig, which is going to make a difference. Well, Steamroller moves in. Lev was not firing back. That was a good trade. It's a good trade for Steamroller. It forces Lev to reinforce units, and he only has 1 farm, so it's going to take forever.
However, Lowell Steamroller's only on 1 expansion right now. And Lev, where are you going, boy? You need to defend your base. Here comes Lowell Steamroller coming here, unintended right now by Lev. Lev needs to get back here to save his area. His Warrens are taken out by the army, but he does have his squirrels
gets
still.
Out. Okay.
All right. He only has 2.
This is good for Lowell Steamroller in the long run, because he does have his farms are actually pretty lucky. They're behind the mill, so it's hard for Lev to take them out. But Lev might be going for this final push here.
Just 1 expansion left for Lowell Steamroller. He needs to defend this one hard. Lev making his way up to the high ground.
Try and get the high ground, but Lev already has more lizards up than Lowell Steamroller has more lizards than there are squirrels, and it's only going to get worse.
All right, Lev, here it comes. He has the squirrels on the high ground. Lowell Steamroller
he's going to go for the Warren first.
Oh, he's swinging it around. He's going to swing his units around. Here come the lizards now.
This should be it. Lowell Steamroller,
and all the squirrels are gone.
Okay.
No more army for Lev.
What a game!
It's 1 on the board.
The retreating lizards taking out all of the Warrens. That was... You can't script this. This was ridiculous.
Oh my god, what was that game?
We have a series on our hands. Let's go.
Alright. This drawn-out starvation battle between Lev and Lil Steamroller results in Lil Steamroller's win. He puts himself on the board and prevents himself from losing the entire series against Lev. I mean, wow.
This was a great game.
The Lizards. That was an extremely good stroke of luck, or it was super planned by Lil Steamroller. It's one of those two.
It may have been his intention, but I don't know if he could predict that it would happen so smoothly. Like, all the Warrens died.
Oh, man, but he also almost lost it when he charged his army into the barbed wire, and then Lev just had so many mice at the ready at his command. It was just insane.
Alright. Looks like Lev has caught his breath and is ready to go again. Or Steamroller. I think it's perfectly reasonable that the players need a little bit of time between those games, but we should get the fourth game on the way as soon as possible.
And we still haven't seen the Owl-Wolf combination from Lev. I really want to...
He hasn't been able to get up 2 bases at all.
I want to see that so hard, though. I want to see this just plow through the army. But will Lev go for that build this time? We're not really sure. Lil Steamroller going with his usual build, triple tier 1s again. He has the Wolf also under his command. It worked out pretty well for him last game. It's going to be a question of what they go for Lev next. Oops.
I think Lev can just stick to what he's doing. It's working out for him. He's won 2 games with it. The last game was as clutch as it gets. Like, it came down to a wire. A few minute decisions could have changed who won that game. So I don't think Lev has to question his own play. It's just, if he's going for 2 tier 3 units, he has to be a little bit more aggressive with his expanse. He needs to get up more economy than he's currently doing. So I hope that he manages to do that and then the map allows for it.
Ooh, the Toads are coming up for Lev.
Yeah, so he's dropping the barbed wire in favor for Toads. This is a great read if Lil Steamroller ends up going with this.
Alright, here we go.
Lock in. Okay.
The Toad army for Lev is at the ready. AV Ultima is going to be very happy to see this happen. Here we are, folks. Game number 4 between Lev and Lil Steamroller. The first series in this entire finals where someone has managed to not end the 3-0. So let's see if Lil Steamroller can take the reverse sweep here against Lev, or will Lev close this one out?
So, you know how I was talking about I hope Lev gets a decent map to get a good second base? This is pretty great.
You mean the one right at his doorstep?
Yes. That's pretty perfect. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a lot of options after that. There's a lot of bridges and water, and it's really awkward. Lil Steamroller has 2 easy expansions. But Lev can go up to 2 bases fairly easily and plan his game from there on out. So we'll see how this goes. But there's going to be the Toads versus Lizards this game, instead of Lizard versus Barbed Wire.
Now, what's the interaction between Toads and Lizards in this case?
Toads will murder Lizards.
What's the trade that makes it really good? Like, how many Lizards does a Toad need to be able to take out?
Well, thing is, the Toads, as long as some of them get their detonation off, they will just do so much AoE damage to the Lizard pack. They don't necessarily need to kill the Lizards, but the Lizards will just be damaged too much to effectively fight back against whatever is behind the Toads, because you don't just run Toads. Squirrels are way too popular for that. And basically, if Lev gets an army of squirrels mixed in with, I want to say, the amount of Lizard Warrens -1 is what he needs in Toad Warrens. So if there's 2 Lizard Warrens, he goes with 1 Toad. 2 Lizard Warrens, he goes with 1 Toad. 3 Lizard Warrens, he goes with 2 Toads, something like that. Then he should be in a perfect position.
Alright, Lev is going to be claiming that expansion. Lil Steamroller also claiming expansion for himself as well. We're not even 2 minutes into the game.
Both players thinking, okay, let's not go to a long starvation game. Let's get the economy rolling up and early. The question is going to be who can control the middle of the map here. Lev has to think about controlling it because it gives him access to later bases. And he can go for the 2-base timing push with Owl and Wolf if he wants to, but we'll have to see. He has to think ahead of if that plan fails, I'm trying to say.
Alright, right now, Lil Steamroller just building up some lizards, Lev building up squirrels on his side right now, not thinking about the Toads quite yet.
He does notice that He does see now that Lost Steamroller has nothing but lizards and is expanding, so Lev is probably going to add in. It would be a good play to just go for all of his farms right now, because Lost Steamroller seems to be doing the same. Good balloon placement from Lost Steamroller, allowing him easy access to his third base should he want it. Lev is actually going to opt for double toads, so he is going to try and attack rather than
Triple toads.
triple toads, extra squirrels, extra squirrels. Okay, Lev is going to try and punish Lost Steamroller's economic play here. Lost Steamroller sells his farms, so maybe he knows that something is up. I don't know if he scouted this, but he does change his. Interesting.
Alright, bit of a nice foresight by Lost Steamroller. He does.
And now he confirms that there are a lot of warrens out there.
Alright, tries to dig his way up. Now on the bridge, digging his way through a bridge. There we go, folks. Welcome to Tooth and Tail here right now. Lev now slowly making his way forward across the water line. With
his reinforcements are going to be slow, so this has to work. Lost Steamroller's warrens aren't finished yet. He's built a lot of squirrels, but they're not done yet. Toads are coming in. They're kind of getting sniped.
Oh, the balloon is gone thanks to the toad explosion. And here we go. More explosions coming in. And now the squirrel army is free.
That is 15 squirrels against 9. The warrens are exposed. Okay, it was a good win for Lev. He denies the balloon, and now he just bunches up his army.
Alright, here it comes. The squirrels on the way. The toads coming in for backup. The lizards are getting chunked down one by one as they make their way forward.
Oh, here comes the second wave of toads, though. If Lev can control this. Oh, they're running in ahead.
Oh, the toads died. The toads all died. And now Lev is losing
one.
squirrels. Oh, one goes off. Two goes off. Was it enough, though? It doesn't look like Lev is going to retreat.
Lev does get pushed back. I want to say that was a win for Lev, because he denied the sniper balloon, and he took out a warren.
Alright, Lost Steamroller selling another warren for himself, and it's actually planting some more squirrels. He wants to buff up that number of squirrels.
Yeah, because there's so many toads right now, the lizards are pretty useless. Lev is regrouped though, so he's going to go for another attack.
Here goes once more. Lev swinging his way around. He sees the warren. That warren gets sold off,
these
though.
toads are great. These toads are
Oh,
great.
the toads! 4 toad explosions. Can we make it a 5th? That's a 5th.
That was some great toads from Lev. They came in from the side after squirrels were already engaged, so now he's threatening those Steamroller's farms on the high ground.
Somewhere, AV Ultima is smiling very large right now. As toads
in Twitch chat, I believe.
But he does push back the army. Lost Steamroller does get a chance to breathe for a little bit.
But Lev is gearing up for another round. It's past the 5-minute mark, so again, though players intended to go for what looked like a more economic game, it might change. Yeah, Lev is going to add in some farms now.
Alright. Gonna sell off the Toad Warren. Gonna get himself some extra food to make sure he gets more food in the future. In the meantime, Lost Steamroller just gonna chill out his army. He wants to make sure he knows.
24 squirrels now. This is a bit tricky for Lev. He has quite a bit of food invested in these toads, and if they don't do enough damage, then he just can't match squirrel numbers right now. But Lev is gonna get his expansion up, so the game is a bit. I don't know. I think Lost Steamroller's in a good position now.
He's inching his way forward down that hillside. He wants to do something. He's going to build up some more warrens. And he's going to get that...
is going for... He's got another toad warren, so he's back up to 9 soon.
Alright, now he has the full farm going for himself right now. 9 farms, meanwhile. Lost Steamroller with 10 farms. Well, was 10 farms. Now it's... Okay, back to 10 farms. There we go.
Yeah.
1 farm died.
Yeah, got his third base up. And Lev now is a bit strapped to get his third base. He did get his second base farms a lot later than Lost Steamrollers, so he has some time before those run out. And we'll have to see what Lev ends up going for to break out from this position, because he has to break out and establish another line of defense in order to secure another base.
The sniper balloon is going to be set down.
Yeah, he can get up this balloon maybe, and then use that. Okay, here comes the owl, it looks like, so...
Alright.
Yeah, Lev is going for an owl, as we expect from him, but Lost Steamroller has 27 squirrels, a lot of pigeons, and he's starting to get his balloon up, so... Lev he doesn't have a lot of time right now.
All right, he's gonna march his way slowly. Here comes Little Seymour's army, nice and waiting.
This is not
Can the
good.
Toads get off any explosion? That's 1 explosion, 2 explosions,
Two,
3
three.
explosions, 4.
It's
But
not enough.
Lev is pushed back, and the Stepper Balloon is also up as well. Doesn't get killed in the explosion, and he's gonna recover very soon.
Yeah, Lord Seymour, his army was just waiting. He didn't have to do anything. He just picked off Lev's units as they streamed in one by one, because they all had to filter through that little bridge. Lev should probably consider moving all the way around, which can't be scouted by Lord Steamroller right now.
Well, in the meantime, he's gonna sell off a few warrens, it looks like. Looks like he's going to make room for something else. Yep, he sells off some more stuff right now. He's only at 9.
He's going for the
Oh,
wolf
here
now,
comes
yeah.
the wolf. Okay.
But he only has 12 squirrels. He's gonna add, yeah, he only has 12 squirrels. You need a lot of squirrels for the wolf to be really effective.
I think he just wants to make the mice extremely powerful, but Lil Steamer still has that sniper balloon up in a very nice position. He also has a giant squirrel army and pigeons to back them up.
I think Lev has to probably sell his toads now and get squirrels instead, especially if he's going wolf. The toads are not great with wolf. Like, it works, but you can't rely on your toads getting off the buff, getting off their explosion against nothing but squirrels.
Considering the aggro range of the mice, maybe he's planning on using the mice as a meat shield to allow his toads to get in safely.
That could work, actually. That might be what he's going for. Just has to be patient here, wait for his wolf, and if this push fails, then it's, I think, very likely that Lord Steamroller can just hold. He has enough options to just keep expanding and keep his army growing. He's going nothing but squirrels and pigeons, showing the true versatility of Tooth and Tail's tier 1 units.
Now, one thing I'm sort of worried about is that it looks like Lev may be running out of room to build.
He has a few more options to the south of his main base, and yeah, he can keep going for a while. The reinforcement distance will be long, but in this kind of scenario, I don't think he has 2 chances at this. He needs to kill this entire... You know, these squirrels don't even fit on 1,000,008 farms. That's how many there are. So he needs to get this done in one push, I think.
Alright, Lil Steamer's making his way forward. There's a sniper balloon up. The pigeons are going to be providing vision.
Left.
Here comes the army of Lev's army.
Oh no.
Oh, can the toads get anything off? There's 1 explosion, 2, make that a 3rd. The toads are still going. The wolf buff now comes down. The wolf is ready just in time. Lil Steamroller is going to back off right now.
Lil Steamroller is actually losing this fight.
The owl is gone, but the rest
the
of Lev's army is
reinforcements
still here.
are going to come in so fast for Lil Steamroller. Open another
owl buff once more.
Wolf buff.
Wolf buff.
We both said it. It was great.
Alright, here we go. He pushes back Lil Steamroller.
How?
And now Lil Steamroller
Lil Steamthrower has done it again, I think.
Oh no. Don't let that be a nickname for him.
No.
Oh no.
Right, he still has the superior squirrel numbers, but there is the wolf out now, so that's a very important factor to consider.
It may have been just the owl dying and the mice just doing a lot of
Yes.
damage. Here comes the wolf. The wolf is out in front though. He needs to make sure the wolf doesn't die here. The squirrel army gets their buff, but they're going to have to back out here. The army number
Yeah, the
from
squirrels
Lil
were in
Steamroller is
too good of a
much.
position for Lil Steamroller, and Lev is running out of options. His 5 remaining farms are going to run out really soon.
Meantime, Lil Steamroller still has some more expansion options for himself. He still hasn't even finished the farm in his 3rd expansion. And he has still an option for a 4th, even a 5th if possible.
Yeah, but he's... he may be a little bit shell-shocked after losing that fight, and Lev had enough food for a 2nd owl.
The owl and mice... The mice and the wolf buff, that's going to be a dangerous combination if it ever gets off. The mice to the aggro range...
Okay, Lev gets that base. That's exactly what he had to do. Lil Steamroller's probably going to catch on to it. Yeah, he's already moving his ferrets over, so he knows what's going on. Can't see it right now, but I think he noticed. He knows what's happening.
Could it be a base though? He's moving his ferrets up there, but now the rest of the army is moving towards Steamroller's main
the
army.
wolf buff goes off too early. Lev, okay, he was going to back off, but he didn't back off.
Well, the toads don't even get any explosion off whatsoever. The toads are a bust. In the meantime, though, the squirrels are still
Lev
alive.
has the highest
Lev.
squirrel numbers. Comes another buff.
Here it comes. They're slowly moving down the army, but the army...
The reinforcements from
is gone.
Lil
Yeah.
Steamroller, yeah. And Lev is out of farms right now. He has a wolf, 2 squirrels. and a toad.
He also
And
has,
he is out of food. And his
Nope.
expansion is going to
he has to sell something off now. The owl is going to be sold off, it looks like. Ooh, tough times for Lev right now. He has to build something, but he can't even get an expansion up going for himself. He drained out
he's
all of his
starving.
farm.
He's starving. He can't go anywhere. So,
The North expansion is not dead, though.
Okay,
Well, he's going to call it.
Lev does realize that.
He's going to call it. All right, Lil Steamroller
Well,
is bringing it back, folks. We have ourselves a series 2-2 right now. Who's going to take game number 5 here? Lil Steamroller is just clawing his way back up here, and now he looks like he has the momentum for himself. In the meantime, Lev staring down the final game of this series.
oh, I do think Lev is making the right plays, but he's like these players. They're so concerned about winning a fight that they neglect their economies, in my opinion, and it's costing them the game. Because in Tooth and Tail, there's rarely a situation where one single push will just outright win you the game if both players are on a even economy. So I do hope that one player will maybe take a risk and play greedy, get some more bases, and then overwhelm their opponents because they simply have more food to work. But here we go. Players are going into the army selection. Let's see what they do.
All right, Lil Steamroller, don't fix what ain't broke, he says. He's going to bring back his usual units. He never got the
he
chance to use his
realizes-
own wolf, though.
No, he didn't. But just squirrels ended up being enough with a few ferrets in the end. They didn't do that much, but they added some pressure.
And now Lev thinking about what he wants to go for. Now, his owl strategy hasn't been working out very well. I mean, it sort of worked in Game 3, but that was a weird game in and of itself. But Game 4, it just didn't really seem to make the impact he wanted them to.
Lev didn't have a good angle of attack. He had to... it worked initially when he could get his army concentrated first and then move in one big bunch, but when Lil Steamroller's defensive line was moved up forward enough, then he just couldn't quite... Lev couldn't quite collect all his forces in one spot and then move out from there. Looks like Lev is going back for the barbed wire instead of toads. I think... Oh no, he's getting
Oh, he
toads
does
as well.
get the toads. Okay.
He's dropping the wolf in favor for both barbed wire and toads.
All right. Meanwhile, Lil Steamroller does have the lizard option for himself.
He's
Sudden-
probably going sniper balloon for his last unit.
All right, there we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We have a series for you. Lev versus Lil Steamroller, game number 5.
Comes down to this. As we load it.
There we go.
Alright.
All right, let's talk about the map, because the map has just made so much of a difference for all these games so far. What do you think of this one? Because
I'm
this looks-
going to go ahead and say that both players have the option to go into an economic style, like an economy style game. They have
You
options.
said that last time, but
Yes.
well, in any case, right now we have this interesting river here, V for victory. But who's going to be the victor of this one? Let's find out.
Yeah, Lil Steamroller has 2 easy bases to defend. Lev has 1 easy to defend, and then he can get the forward one if he wants to. So it's possible for both players, but they may switch it up for game 5 or play very standard. We'll see.
So, what's going to be the deciding factor between these two then? Is it going to be
I
they have to
can't
mount their
possibly
economy?
tell you at this point. These games have been so crazy. So much has happened in these games. Like, I can't predict what's going to happen. I want to say barbed wire could be huge, because Lev now has both toads and barbed wire, so building lizards is going to be rough against the toads. But then again, Lil Steamroller has a slightly better map position, so he may for once use that. I don't know. We have to see how this game plays out, because these players, they seem to have the mindset of going for one push and winning the game off of that. But like I said, if you're both on equal economy, that's really hard to do.
In any case, both sides getting out their squirrel warrens are right now 9 for each side here.
Yeah, they're both just getting their squirrel numbers up just nice and safe. Which makes sense, considering this is Game 5 and both players do want to play the finals. Lev as the... I consider him one of the favorites, a lot of people do, and then Lil Steamroller has been playing amazing the entire tournament, so he definitely deserves a spot in the finals if he can fight his way past this one final match against them.
Alright. Both sides just gearing up their army right now. Wolf team are going to go for the pigeons right now. And an early ferret.
It looks like he wants to pressure. The pigeon ferret combo is really nice, obviously, because it gives you vision. And if the ferrets get hurt, they can just retreat and get healed. Lev went for an earlier base and is adding in some barbed wire, so probably this is going to prompt Lord Steamroller into adding lizards. But he may... Lord Steamroller is not getting an expansion yet, and we're about 3 minutes into the game. He should consider expanding at this point.
And then meanwhile, Lev just drawing the line in the sand once more. He wants to make it clear to Lo that he cannot pass this line.
Yep, and Lord Steamroller added in a single lizard warren so far. Lev is going to add in some farms. He has the barbed wire, so he can defend more or less. Yeah, this is, since Lord Steamroller is not expanding, he has about a minute and a half to do this pretty much.
Oh, he's gonna bring that one lonely lizard there to break the barbed wire, but
Yeah,
not
the squirrels
enough.
are in position, but oh, it's gonna lose. Nope.
Nothing. Oh,
Okay.
one squirrel gets chipped
this
off, but
Okay.
one barbed wire does not go down. It does.
And the one has one more lizard on the way, but
All right, this lizard. can
Oh, this
probably
is tense.
clean up. There we go. One barbed wire. Two barbed wire. Here
okay,
we
so
go.
that's busted.
Lowell Steamer has found an opening in Lev's line. He's going to make his way through very slowly. He has the ferrets there to take out the squirrels. He has the squirrel army in the front to protect the ferrets.
Well, Steamroller has a superior army right now. This might
Lev just
might
doesn't have the
work.
numbers. His squirrels aren't coming out fast enough. He may lose this expansion if he's not careful. He does leave a warren. He may lose it again. There we go. Oh, what?
Oh, Lev's commander dies. This is not good.
Oh boy.
That means his army is going to die as well, and Lord Steamroller may have just done it.
He breaks Lev. Here we go. He's going to go on to this expansion right now. And Lev does not have enough numbers. He only has 5 squirrels, and they're slowly trickling in right now.
Squirrels are getting good position behind the mill, but there's only 3 of them.
Well, this expansion's already past half health right now. The ferrets are just poking away at it. And there we go. That expansion is gone. Lev is gone also as well for the second time in this game.
And his reinforcements are streaming in from different angles, so he can't get his forces together again. And the pigeons providing the vision for the ferrets will just pound away at all these warrens.
Oh, the ferrets are just doing so much work for Lord Steamer right now.
This is it. The Lord Steamroller has finally managed to do the one base push. Breaking down barbed wire with just a single lizard warren. Lev is knocked out of the tournament, rip my predictions, and Lord Steamroller, finally, with the reverse sweep, is going to go to the Grand Finals.
And ladies and gentlemen, your grand finalists are going to be Lowell Steamroller versus Deadbones here. Gentlemen of the panel, what did you think of that crazy 5-game match?
I can't believe we haven't even gotten past the semifinals yet. And we've been streaming for an hour and a half. And that insane 20-minute game. What game was that even? We had so many games.
That was game 3?
That was the first one that Lord Steamroller won, and he kept going. He rolled on ahead.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
I cannot
ridiculous.
believe the number of times I thought Lowell Steamroller was out and he managed to come back somehow. I think a couple of times there were definitely some misplays on Lowell Steamroller's side, but just somehow getting the slight advantage in farms instead of going for units just let him pull ahead just that little tiny bit to put him through into the grand finals.
To bust through the barbed wire for once.
Yeah.
I'm going to say this, that what Lowell Steamer did really well was he changed his army unit composition constantly. Game number 4 showed that really well. When he saw Lev's army composition with the toads, he just immediately sold off his lizards and just went for a full squirrel army. And Lev just didn't seem to react to that. He just kept on going with his toads.
Lev wasn't in a position to use barbed wire, so he had no way of abusing the only squirrel army. So it kind of was a map favored thing, but the game still was really close. So it's
that was
really
a
hard
map.
to say.
He dropped barbed wire for that game, though. He dropped it in favor of toads.
Yeah, he did get
So
toads. That's true.
He didn't have the barbed wire ready for him. He just wanted to counter Lowell Steamer's lizards because I think game 3 it sort of rattled him because the lizard retreating just did so much damage to Lev behind his back that
I don't know if
Oh.
it was intentional still. I'm going to say this over and over again, but it was such a clutch play, just retreating through the enemy's base while the army is somewhere else and just taking out all the warrants. It was ridiculous.
All right. Well, with that, we need a break, and I'm sure our viewers need a break. So we're going to take a 10-minute break here, and we will be back in 10 minutes with the bronze match and the much-awaited grand finals between Deadbones and Lol Steamroller now. The surprise, I'm going to say, well, actually, he wasn't. He was the number 2 seed, wasn't he? So it's not technically an upset.
Yep.
But, yeah, so we'll be back. Take a break, get a drink, and buckle up for the next few matches that we have here. We'll see you guys in 10 minutes. Good afternoon, evening, and or morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Clash of Comrades September Showdown Semi and Grand Finals stream. Oh man, after that crazy match, of course we are joined, as always, by LeConte, Best Teammaker, and Hunter. We're ready to go into our bronze match, which is going to be between Lev and Classic Metal. That was crazy, that Lol Seymour Lev game that we just watched. Reverse sweep for Lol Seymour. Definitely nobody was expecting that, but should be an interesting grand final. What are we expecting from this? Yeah. What are we expecting from this bronze match? You know, we've got Classic Metal with his squirrel balls, and we've got Lev, who has been facing off against the top players in the game.
I think Lev has the edge here. He's a bit more versatile. He's good at changing his build-up or whatever he's going for at the time to deal with the incoming threats. And I don't know how well Classic Metal is going to be able to do with that. Normally, he just sticks to the same.
I have an answer for you.
Yeah. Oh, you have an answer?
Classic Metal beat Lev 2-1 in the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
So I
This
think it
could be closer
either
than
way.
I think, then.
Yes, both players have very good barbed wire placements, so that could be a thing. Or, like, maybe they will play a game of chicken with the barbed wire where one player will pick it and the other one will pick the counter, and then it might not be a thing. We'll have to see what happens. But they both really like the barbed wire, and it's really effective, so...
All right, well, let's not spend any more time debating. Let's go straight into this match here. We're going to jump into the lobby. We are going to have Classic Metal as blue Bellafide and Lev as yellow Archimedes. I'm gonna reset that poll so you guys can keep voting on who you think is going to win this first game one of this best of 5 set of the bronze match here.
Okay, so Classic Metal and Lev. So Classic Metal is taking the Squirrel Mole. We've seen them take Mole quite a few times. Most players are favoring the Lizards for taking out barbed wire, and I assume that's the reason he took it. But still useful for taking out that barbed wire, still good. Lev going for Squirrel Lizard. Just took out the Pigeons. He's taking the Owl. He's very good with that Owl.
All right, here we go.
Alright, builds are finalized.
Yep, seeing that fox there, seeing moles. Let's jump into this first map here. Gonna have Classic Metal as blue in the northwest, and Lev as yellow in, northeast, and in the west is yellow Classic, or yellow Lev.
Yeah, so we got a fairly normal map for once, it seems. So Lev's got a great base, easy to defend, just only one entrance there. Classic Metal's base, a lot more open, going to be a lot harder to defend. There's a lot of this map all over the east side, southeast, a little bit open, not really much going on there.
Ooh, and hang on here, Lev has gone for 4 farm lizards, so a lizard rush coming out from Lev in this game one. Haven't seen this yet. The premise of this is that you, instead of building farms, you build your one farm, wait for your opponent to scout it, and then sell that farm and immediately build lizards. So Classic Metal has seen these lizards now, he's burrowing back. Let's see how he responds. He's gonna have to sell something. Neither player has machine gun turrets because nobody's put machine guns down in however long because everybody takes ferrets. But here we go. We have 4 lizards out on the field right now. A 5th is going to join and reinforce shortly. Lev's gonna drag these lizards around. He's gonna take out at least 1 farm here. 1 farm is gone. 2 farms are down.
Wow.
No units out for Classic Metal, so Classic Metal in a very bad spot right now. All 5 lizards still up. 1 just went down here. So the mole has come up, but 2 farms are down. So both players are actually even in terms of farms on the field.
Take this third one.
Yep.
Ooh.
Here we go. 3 farms are down right now. A mole is building, but Lev is just going to keep pushing through. The lizards are slowly enforcing, and that mole is going to stay alive barely. But Lev going to dance around here with these lizards. So intense start to this bronze match. Game 1 even is going to take out pigs from the other side too, and Classic Metal's only down to 2 farms here. That mole is down.
That was a brilliantly executed lizard rush. We don't really see much of that anymore. Normally it's a little bit later on the lizard aggro, but that was just excellent. Classic Metal could barely respond to that.
Definitely, Lev's gonna put down another Lizard Warren just to seal the deal here. At this point, Classic Metal only on 2 farms. Building a mole, but it's not even gonna get out in time this time. The lizards come in, take it out before it does any kind of damage. And the last 4 lizards are gonna remove the pigs from the face of the earth, and Lev takes a quick game 1.
Really well executed Lizard Rush. Classic Metal just wasn't at all prepared, and once you're not prepared for some kind of rush like that, you're just done. There wasn't really anything you could do once you'd taken 2-3 farms there.
Definitely, we'll have to see how Classic Metal reacts to this. Losing, I mean, he has had some time to rest since his match against Deadbones, but losing so quickly is very demoralizing. We're going to have to see how Classic Metal decides to reset his brain and maybe adjust his strategy. That poll has been reset. So go ahead and vote for who you think is going to take Game 2 of this Best of 5 bronze match set of September Showdown. Lev taking Chameleons.
Very interesting. He's not going for barbed wire this time. Oh no, he's not going for lizards this time. And barbed wire. He's going for pigeons and chameleons. That's going to be really interesting. We've seen chameleons actually fairly often. They're one of the more popular of the less popular tier 2s.
I don't know if we should count LeConte with his all tier 2 build.
I'm gonna count it.
Okay.
I think it counts.
He did get into the finals, so.
He did. So, Game 2 of this bronze match in September Showdown, we have to the southeast, Classic Metal in blue, versus his opponent, Lev, to the west in yellow. And Lev has a great base once again. Like, that's pretty much the same setup as before. He's got a good way of defending it. It's got that cliff, which if Classic Metal had a bit of ferret and high ground vision, he would be able to maybe take advantage of. But Lev is probably going to get that base fairly soon. Classic Metal also has fairly good base. He's got a route to the left and a route above him, both with little bases that he has options for. So I think this could go either way. This is a fairly even map.
Yeah, definitely both players on 7 farms right now, so no rushes from either player this time. Definitely safe expansions right in front of each player's main base. Nice naturals there, but the next base that they take is going to be important. There are no bases in the middle of the field except for the one natural expansion that Classic Metal has, so deciding whether you're going to expand along the north or the south is going to be crucial here. Classic Metal going for 7 farm into 1 Squirrel Warren. Lev opting to go for the economic build of putting down his 8th farm before he gets Chameleons out first.
The Chameleon Warren!
All right, Lev.
Well, okay.
Going hard in the bronze match. Taking a page out of LeConte's book, is going for 8 farm into Chameleon. And a second Chameleon Warren, too.
This is like a tradition for the bronze matches to do weird cheese, including chameleons. This goes back as far as, what, May?
Mayhem, yeah. The bronze match is always just kind of crazy. You never know exactly what to expect. Classic Metal has not scouted this yet. He's just putting down squirrels, and he's going to go up to 12. Here he goes. He sees 2 tier 2 Warrens out right now, so he's going to burrow back, and he knows that something's up. We'll see if he figures out that it's chameleons.
Waits a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he got the reads that it's probably chameleons. The fact that he has 2 down already and there's still no units, he can fairly safely assume that it's chameleons. But I think squirrels are just good against chameleons. He doesn't need to change his build for that.
Yes.
He can just kill them.
Especially 11 squirrels. Lev, unfortunately, is going to throw down a Squirrel Warren out in the front. We'll see if he sells it in favor of something else. That pigeon is out here, so let's see in this first engagement. 3 chameleons reveal themselves and take out 3 squirrels each, and their first shot, that pigeon came out just in time to start healing. Dancing up and down that ramp
chameleon's
there.
doing work!
All 3 chameleons are still alive, and it's still on with. Okay, so it does go down. But the 4th chameleon coming in to reinforce now, and Lev has won that engagement.
Wow, that pigeon did amazingly. All those squirrels are focusing on that one chameleon that was getting healed. And there just weren't enough squirrels at all to deal with 3 chameleons. This rush was, or this weird chameleon rush, really well timed.
Lev has a choice now. What is he going to do? He can't go back. Classic Metal's up to 14 squirrels now. And unfortunately, I don't know if this can go in Lev's favor after this. The chameleons are in the middle down, taking as many squirrels out as they can. The pigeons are healing as much as they can. All 4 chameleons are still alive. Is he going to win the second engagement? 1 chameleon is down, 3 chameleons still out, and the last of the squirrels is taken out! What is this bronze match?
This is ridiculous. There was no focus fire there, so those chameleons got fairly even amounts of health, and they just managed to get way more hits than they should have. That was really well played there. You got a great fight there. I can't believe it. This is ridiculous.
It's still happening, and more chameleons coming out for Lev. Soon he's going to hit critical chameleon. And it's just going to be too much for Classic Metal to handle, but Classic Metal is just going to build more squirrels. That's what he knows. We'll see. He's chasing this commander around.
That's the correct thing, probably, but it's not working.
Ooh, 1 chameleon getting picked off here. Unfortunately, Lev letting those chameleons out a little bit too early without their pigeon support. Let's see if Classic Metal decides to go for that expansion. 6 chameleons now, and they're going to start scything through squirrels. More focus fire coming down now, but again, 4 chameleons still alive, scything through the squirrels that are there.
6? He's got 6 now! He's got 6 chameleons!
Going up to 10. This is unbelievable.
Metal just can't burst them down, those pigeons. He needs to take out those pigeons. Those pigeons are healing up those chameleons so much.
Alright, Classic Metal saying, alright, let's expand, let's back up a little bit and try and reset. But in comes the march of chameleons from the north. Lev's going to drag his chameleons over to this expansion. We'll see if he drags the chameleons there and just lets them attack and take that as an expansion in 1 hit. Let's see, let's count the hits. How many is this? This looks like 8 here.
Yeah.
6? 1 hit. Ooh.
2.
And it's down.
There we go.
Alright, so in a couple of seconds and then they're gone. Not a good time to engage, Lev.
He needs to not fight this. This is an awful position for him. He can get away. He saved his chameleons, and then he can heal them up with these pigeons that were waiting for him. He didn't bring the pigeons because he didn't want them to die if he had to retreat. If he times this counterattack well, then he can decimate Classic Metal's army, and it's going down right now.
He's gonna do it again. Those squirrels are split between the one ramp and the other, so they're in 2 groups, not able to focus fire as good as they should. The pigeons are still up, only 1 pigeon left, and the chameleons are kind of stuck in the middle here, but there's still so many left. And all of the squirrels are dead. The last 2 running for their lives. 9 chameleons out, going up to 12. 5.
Saying again that those pigeons being left behind, he can just retreat to them whenever he wants.
Definitely. Now the chameleons are into the warrens. Classic Metal selling all of his warrens. What is he going to do now? Because that base is gone. These chameleons are just going to take out this base, and that's going to be it. There we go.
Wow.
Lev taking game 2 of this bronze match. What did we just watch?
That was the cheesiest build, but it worked. It worked perfectly. No hiccups whatsoever.
LeConte would be proud. I'm speechless.
Okay.
I want to say that I'm very, very proud right now.
Alright, well, Lev is up 2 games to 0 in this best of 5 set, so Classic Metal has got to be feeling pretty shaky right now, losing to Lizard Rush and then an only Chameleons build. There we go, he's got his squirrels, that's what he believes in. Keeping his rock steady there. Taking toads this time, and Lev's gone for artillery. Oh no. Are we gonna see 3 cheese builds in a row?
He's got moles. Maybe he'll go for some sort of mole rush. Who knows?
Mole artillery, let's make it happen.
Mole artillery into ferrets. I don't know.
Alright, well that poll has been reset, so go ahead and vote for who you think is going to win this insane already game 3 of this best 5 set. Here we go, Classic Metal.
Lev only has 5 units.
Yeah.
What?
Oh.
Lev only has 5 units?
Let's see if we can reset, I guess. Let's contact our players here.
You tried to cancel it at the last second. Andy, please. Why?
Alright, hang with us for one moment. Alright, they're gonna reset here. Because Lev only had 5 units. Let's try it again.
Okay, this time, let's play with full 6 roster.
Oh dear. Alright, let's try this again. Lev is up 2-0. Lev did not mean to do that. That was not an intentional thing. That is a known bug. Lev did not know about it though. Let's try this again.
Doesn't really give him any advantage anyway. So, I don't know.
Alright. Trying again, we'll see if they take the same builds here, or if they decide to switch it out. Classic Metal, taking the squirrels like he knows. Lev's just gonna take, he's gonna take...
he's switching to MG Nest instead of the artillery.
Classic Metal has already picked the ferrets though, so those machine guns won't do too great. In this case. The Twitch chat has its faith in Lev though. They're betting on the trend of the current matches and not the trend of the last semifinals match. Nobody thinks Classic Metal can reverse sweep here. We'll see though.
I mean, he could, but I just hope Lev just does something really cheesy and wins. That's all I hope, because it's hilarious. So here we go, going into Game 3 of the September Showdown bronze matches of Lev to the northeast in yellow and Classic Metal to the southwest in blue. What do you think of this map?
Alright, well, Lev is going to be a little bit hard-pressed to expand here. Does have some nice bases that are a little bit closed off in the north, but they're very accessible by that road straight to Classic Metal's base. So Lev's going to have a difficulty in the long game, especially with Classic Metal with that easy south base. And that southern pocket is all very good for Classic Metal. An easy way to block off those mills down there. We'll see. Western portion of the map is completely blocked off, though. So all of this, the action is going to take place in the middle here. Not a great place to meander around the map, unfortunately. Unless Lev decides to go through the river. It looks like there is a little bit of space there down to the southeast.
Oh yeah, that would be very awkward and that would take ages. I'd like to see that happen, though. So here we go. Both players going with a standard 7 farms into Warren. No cheese yet. Fingers crossed. Lev going up to 6 squirrels. Classic Metal doing the same.
So standard build here. Things have settled down just a little bit. Classic Metal, I noticed, has taken snakes, which I don't think we've seen in take before. Lev does have pigeons, so that snake poison, which does about damage per second for 30 seconds, isn't going to be as effective as it would be otherwise once Lev gets those pigeons up. We'll see. He's going up to 120 food now. And he's,
yeah, if Lev ever gets those snakes out, or if Classic Metal ever gets those snakes out, Lev can fairly easily respond with those pigeons and pretty much completely nullify them. So I wouldn't be surprised if Classic Metal doesn't even build them this game. He might just go normal, build squirrels, ferrets, and he's building toads as well. He's got a warren of toads out. While Lev has got that sniper balloon out on the high ground, and that is going to lock Classic Metal away.
A sniper balloon and a machine gun turret, nice to defend out in front. We'll see if Classic Metal decides to build those ferrets. He doesn't actually have any flying vision. We saw this as a problem in his games versus Deadbones. His only flying vision onto high ground is those sniper balloons. So he's gonna have a rough time taking out those machine gun turrets and that sniper balloon on the high ground. Because he's gonna have to run his commander up there.
That could prove fatal for him if he tries to attack into here, which he's moving his army very close. I'm expecting to see a sniper balloon shot any second now.
Yeah, the thing is here, he really doesn't. Okay, so he puts down a sniper balloon.
Okay, he's putting down. Yeah, that's good. But Lev is attacking right now. He can't let that sniper balloon go up. But it's not a good trade. Lev is trying to bait him into that sniper balloon, but Classic Metal isn't falling for it. He's going to get up his own sniper balloon.
There we go. So Classic Metal doing the smart thing, expanding, and trying to turn this into a longer game here, because he definitely has the advantage. He's got 4 bases on his side of the map to Lev's just 3. Lev expanding in the north there. With that sniper balloon from Lev, that northern base is pretty much locked down, especially with his army sitting in the corner there. But Classic Metal sitting there, just building up some farms in his base, throwing down more warrens of squirrels. And that's pretty much all he needs to do right now. Yeah.
He's got that sniper bullion up, so that allows him to have the high ground vision once he does want to make an attack. He's building up a really good army, and he's expanding behind that, and Lev sees this, and he's barely started expanding. He's only got the first farm going up soon. He's got ferrets on the way. This could be interesting.
Now, Lev does have moles, and he is in the back of Classic Metal's base, so it's possible that Lev could build a bunch of moles and take out Classic Metal
He's
from
hanging
behind.
around.
There we go, one
He's
mole.
building one.
Ooh, is he gonna build? There he goes. He
He's
builds a
building
second. Classic Metal's off in the north here. He's about to burrow back to his
digging
main
back.
base.
He can easily save this. He just needs to move. What is he doing? No, he's just letting it happen.
All right, the first mole is out. It's attacking. The second mole is out. It's also attacking, but in comes the army from Classic Metal. All three. Oh, okay, so he sold one of those moles, fortunately. So only 2 moles dead. He is going to lose his commander,
The
unfortunately.
Lev is attacking behind that. He's
Oh,
sending squirrels in while they were away.
He's dragged his units in, taking out 2 farms. He lost a lot of units, though. Let's check this graph here. It looks like Lev has lost a couple, and in that retreat, he lost a few more. So, very mind-gamey play here
Yeah.
from Lev.
Took out those 2 farms. But he loses a lot of his army, but it doesn't matter. He's taking out those 2 farms. He can push in again.
Ooh, and he doesn't quite get in close enough to take out that mill, and in comes the army of Classic Metal to push him back. The sniper balloon is down, though. It was taken out in the first push. So now
Lost
Lev...
a lot of units in that retreat, though. That's
Yeah.
rough.
Some Toads still out, dancing back and forth. Now he's on the high ground. He's going to try again. Classic Metal is trying to go somewhere to do anything, but he's been too preoccupied with his army coming in the front door. Yellow units swarming over that base there. Not quite enough again to take down that army. Remember,
He's getting closer and closer each time, though, and he's actually... Wait, Lev is actually behind on farms.
Oh,
Classic
yeah.
Metal's got more than Lev.
the whole game, I think Lev has been behind. Classic Metal got that expansion up and is not any further ahead because those 2 farms have been taken out. So he's been able to reinforce very quickly, and he has ferrets of his own out right now. So that shuts down. Oh, and Lev losing a ferret there. A little bit of a misplay from him, not quite watching where his
Ooh.
ferrets are.
This could be rough for Lev, actually. Those fairly even trades don't work out so well when you've got less of an economy. It means a lot more to Lev than it does for Classic Metal. And if Classic Metal can get maybe a sniper balloon back up, he can do something.
Right, Lev is getting 3 more farms up at that northern base, and it is a very safe base to get farms at. So Classic Metal needs to stay where he is pretty much and just keep building farms. Keep the economic advantage that he already has. Build on it. And just kind of let Lev burn out. We go, ferret shots firing.
loses
Classic
commander.
Metal loses commander. 1 ferret is down. Oh, and the other ferret's rushing in.
No.
What are they doing? They get taken out. 3 ferrets down. The 4th one barely getting out by the skin of his teeth. 2 health. The rest of the army is swooping in to save it. But Lev decides to try and capitalize on it a little bit. Ferrets picking off a few units in the back.
Even after taking out those ferrets, he was still behind on army value. So he couldn't really get anything from that. Taking out those ferrets was definitely good, but it didn't give him a big enough swing to push in there.
Yeah, both players on 4 farms right now, so the economy is going to even out the longer this goes unless either player builds more farms. Classic Metal with a slight... Oh, it's a very large army advantage right now. 4 ferrets out, just to Lev's 2, and one of them is dead, actually. It died again. Lev may be relying too much on these turrets here, which aren't doing a whole lot. That ferret dancing in and out of those 4 ferret shots.
Oh, the sniper picks off one of those ferrets. Classic Metal needs to be really careful. I would just back away from this right now. He needs to build up his economy, I think. He's neglecting it a lot right now. He's been sitting on those 4 farms. He's going to stagnate soon.
And we've seen this again, his food total is going up. He's at 200 food right now. There you go. So he's starting to build a few more farms. We saw this in his match against Deadbones as well. Focusing a little bit too much on microing those ferrets, just barely pulling it out of the way at the time, the exact right time. There you go. He spent a little bit more of his food, but not quite splitting his attention as best as is possible. Whereas Lev
No, this isn't good. Oh,
is up to 6. 1
he
ferret.
does take out that MG nest, though.
It's about an even trade. 1 ferret costs about 60 food, and 1 machine gun turret is about 60 food. So an even trade there. Classic Metal on 5 farms, Lev on 6 right now. So Lev's going to pull further and further ahead if he keeps fending off these attacks here. But Classic Metal looking like he's posting up to take this fight here. That Sniper Balloon.
He can. This is rough. He's got a lot of squirrels though.
Sniper Balloon is down. The Warren is down there, and a lot of units going down for Lev. The 4 Ferrets firing from the background have a nice spread, taking out 1 unit each. And Classic Metal is going to take his first game of this best of 5 bronze match.
Yeah, looking at the army value in that last fight, he actually had a ton of squirrels to be able to push through there, and just once you take out that sniper ball, you can work on those squirrels, and those died really fast. Well played there.
All right. Well, exciting times here. The score is now 2-1 in favor of Lev. We'll see as we go into Game 4. You can cast your vote right now in Twitch chat to see who you think will win this Game 4. Let's see, Lev going for the artillery and sniper balloon. So going back.
I want to see him use it.
I do, yeah.
Artillery would have actually been way better than MG Nest in that last game.
Oh, yeah.
MG Nest was... I mean, it did manage to kill Classic Metal's commander at that one point, but other than that, it wasn't amazingly useful. And an artillery could be amazingly useful, yeah. Now, he's also gone for the owls. Okay, so here we go. Going into Game 4 of the bronze match. Lev to the northeast in yellow versus his opponent to the southwest. We have Classic Metal. And looking at the map, Classic Metal has a really great natural expansion right next to him. He's actually got loads of expansion on his side of the map. But Lev, on the other hand, has really easily defendable expansions behind his main. Those are going to be really hard to deal with. And Classic Metal still has no high ground vision other than those sniper balloons. So if Lev gets that base to the west of his main, Classic Metal would have to get a sniper balloon up to take care of it.
Yeah, both players with safe expansions, but Lev definitely with those very, very defensible northern base locations. So this game could go longer. There's a road in the middle, which might favor units attacking and reinforcing. We'll see. Classic Metal also has a little bit of his territory in range of this nice cliff in the middle here, so he might be able to get some control over the middle of the map. But both players with 2 at least safe expansions, and a third that's a little bit dicier. That base in the middle there. That's going to be very difficult to grab. Let's turn on the commander vision so you can see what each commander is seeing. Lev has gone for 7 farm into squirrel. And Classic Metal has gone for the same. Standard play from both people. No rushes this time.
No. This isn't the best map for rushes. Lizard Rush hasn't got very many ways to go, so that wouldn't work.
And neither player with lizards or moles this time.
Took lizards, yeah. So no, they weren't preparing for cheese, and it wasn't a great map for it anyway, so...
Ooh, Lev's up to 160 food.
What is he doing?
Oh, okay,
He's
just a sniper balloon.
Okay. And that's good sniper balloon. That locks off any attack, really. That secures all 3 of those expansions, other than that one by the cliff, which is a very good spot. Classic Metal can't go past at all, and that gives him great vision.
Yeah, there we go. That sniper balloon is up. Classic Metal gets taken out by that sniper balloon. The sniper balloon is in range of the squirrels, so Lev's gonna have easy pickings for this squirrel army here. Classic Metal dragging his squirrels back, only 2 surviving, 3 on the side of Lev. So Lev coming ahead in that engagement, but Classic Metal is reinforcing so quickly. Looking at this army value graph.
Yeah, Classic Metal lost 5 squirrels in that engagement, but Lev lost, or Classic Metal lost 6, but Lev only lost 4. So that was a fairly good engagement for him. Got a 40 food lead. Not that important, but it is a little bit interesting. Right. And Classic Metal is taking that expansion right next to him, just as Lev has done so also.
I'm a little confused about Lev's choice to take that expansion. I guess it is closer to where he'll be fighting, so he's just spend less time burrowing. But it's... I mean, I guess he has a sniper balloon in his army there to lock down any kind of aggression towards that base. But I was thinking he would take the
I think it's just as defensible as the other base.
Yeah. And there
You
goes,
still need to go the same route to get it.
there goes the artillery. So this entire section is about to be locked down. Sniper balloon with artillery means the maximum range for that artillery. It's also on the high ground, and Classic Metal has no vision onto the high ground because he can't get a sniper balloon close enough to give him vision.
Yeah, this is a really bad situation for Classic Metal. With this many squirrels, he would need to push in right now, but he doesn't know that it exists.
17 squirrels out for Classic Metal. Oh, and the artillery is finished, and Classic Metal looks like... Okay, so he's put down his
so
own
close
sniper
to the
balloon.
range. He's so close. Okay, he knows the artillery's there. He must have seen the shots.
We'll see.
Oh no, Lev is pushing in.
That's pushing in this... Toads are down.
Oh, and he pulled the enemy into the artillery fire.
Oh, and down goes the sniper balloon as well, so a massive loss for Classic Metal. 120 food and his entire army there, falling to a combination of artillery and his commander not being in the right place at the right time, unfortunately. You can see that reflected in this drastic switch in army value from both players here. Lev now ahead. And seemingly locked down 3 expansions on his side, and is going to make that third one for Classic Metal in the middle of the map very difficult to take because of this artillery and that sniper balloon. So Lev in a
we're
great
seeing
position.
Classic Metal in a fairly similar situation as to what we saw him in the semifinals match against Deadbones, where he's going to have to take on that position of the artillery plus sniper balloon to have any chance of winning this game.
Alright, and that little shake of the screen has signified that we've hit the 5-minute mark, which means the first 4 farms on each player's base have farmed out. They will no longer produce food. Both players have expansions, so they can keep their economies up at about 8 farms right now. Lev has gone for owls, though. Turning on the heat because he knows he's got the time. And it's already started building. He's got plenty of food.
Yeah, Lev on 10 farms, that's plenty. Classic Metal is building a lot more farms on his new expansion, but he needs to build something good, and his set really doesn't allow him the ability to take down the artillery very easily. That artillery is going to be relevant for the rest of the game, really.
And we'll see. Maybe if he can tag it with snakes. That's the only way I could see him getting out of this. Without losing a ton of units. If he can tag that structure with a snake, it'll take 30 damage over the course of 30 seconds.
I don't see how he can even get up there, though. He's got 21 squirrels defending it, along with a sniper balloon. He'd have to get his commander up there, and then not hopefully die so that Lev can't counterpush. It's just an awful situation for Classic Metal going into another fight.
Alright, the Toads have walked through the rest of the Squirrel army, so good positioning from the Squirrels. Unfortunately, a couple of Toads left there, exploding, but both sides about even now, losing an equal number of units. The Owl is down, though, so Classic Metal slightly ahead, staying smartly out of the range of that sniper balloon and of the artillery there. Lev taking the high ground here. One Toad goes down. Second Toads are backing away, taking a little bit of damage, dancing back and forth. We'll see, looking at the graph here.
Classic Metal got a good fight there, actually. It was fairly even, but he also managed to take out that Owl. So that Owl was a complete waste, really, for Lev. He didn't manage to capitalize on it very much at all.
Yeah, both players on 8 farms again. So about even, except for the fact that that choke point is completely locked down. So I think Classic Metal is going to need to either put down a ton of units right now, or grab that third expansion in the south and try and out-eco Lev into oblivion. I feel like there's only 2 choices right now.
Classic Metal, I think he can put down a sniper balloon somewhere around where his ferret is now and stay out of the range of those 2 defensive structures while also granting vision. And then maybe he can poke with those ferrets, dodging the shots. Obviously, the artillery can't dodge the shots. So maybe that could be an opportunity for him. But we'll have to see and wait and see what he does. He's picking up that expansion to the south, while Lev is picking up his expansion to the north.
And so mirror expansions here. There goes that sniper balloon down there, but Lev is going to spot it because of those pigeons. And Classic Metal is forced to sell it there. So good spot from Lev, not letting Classic Metal have any ground up here. And the ferrets are just going to trade shots right now.
Yep, we're just seeing a ferret skirmish once again, as we see in very many games in Tooth and Tail. And Classic Metal is pushing forward. He's got the superior army right now. terms of army
Left
value,
does,
it's
yeah.
actually fairly even, though.
All right, the mice are out in front, taking down at least one toad hit, but the rest of the toads hitting that yellow army, but Classic Metal is going a little bit too far. That artillery is going to fire. Ooh, so he doesn't lose a whole
He
lot.
actually baited that artillery cannon with his commander before pushing in, so by the time that the artillery fired again, he just pulled back. That was actually fairly well played.
Oh no, and
Oh, but
Lev's...
oh no, and he can't see it. Oh, this is a big deal.
Oh, he's
wow.
put down another artillery cannon up here, and he's put down another sniper balloon next to it. So that artillery cannon is going to have the maximum range of vision due to that sniper balloon, and it's going to start taking out Classic Metal's army. And all Lev has to do is sit back here and bait the units until that artillery and sniper balloon are done, and they are very close to being done right now. Oh, this is going to be bad.
The pigeons. Why
There
did
it
he
goes.
take the pigeons? This is brutal.
3 shots are out, and
Wow.
half of Classic Metal's army goes down right now. Somehow, Classic Metal with vision of that high ground, but the owl is out there in
He
front.
actually had vision, but he didn't actually do anything about it.
Does
He didn't do anything about that.
I guess he just couldn't see it there. Lev is going to push in right now. That sniper balloon is still alive, and it's going to keep picking off units until it's dead. That owl is also alive somehow, and it's not taking any damage from any units. I guess Classic Metal is doing a good job of scouting and not letting his units focus fire that owl down, because once that owl explodes, 6 mice will come out. But Lev pushing through Warren after Warren after Warren of Classic Metals, and it looks like this is the end. Remember, Lev already has 2 games, and that's it. Lev has taken this series and is now your bronze champion. Lev has won 3rd place in Clash of Comrades September Showdown. GG.
GG indeed. That was a great map for Lev, and he took a good advantage of that with his deck, taking artillery. Oh, that was well executed. Well played by Lev there. And Classic Metal really couldn't do much about that.
Yeah. Well, let's jump back to our desk here to do some analysis of that game, and then we'll have the grand final shortly after that. Jump back into the standings here. Now let's go ahead and get these scores updated for you guys. But what did you guys think of that match? That was an insane set. Those first 2 games with the cheese, but then going a little bit more standard later. Yeah.
Best Teammate is a huge fan of those games.
I wouldn't call the first game cheese so much as, Lev just read Classic Metal completely and took him off guard so fast. I mean,
yeah, I think it's one of the first times we've seen that kind of Lizard Rush where you just sell your early farms and go double Warren straight away with the food that you get from it. It's if the map is small enough, you could see that it's ridiculously effective because no one is running Machine Gun Turret right now. Machine Gun Turret is the one way to deal with a rush like that, but people just don't run it because everyone has ferrets.
I mean, really, the only person I know that really plays Machine Gun Nest regularly is Master Stealth. But
Well,
I mean, even with like the Machine Gun Nest, he brought the lizards out so fast that it was just really hard for Classic Metal to really react to that. And really, the same thing. I think that was sort of the theme of this set was that Classic Metal was kind of slow to react to Lev's plays. Like game 2, when he saw all those chameleons, he saw 2 tier 2 Warrens, but he didn't really do much.
No, he pushed right away. He did the right thing. I want to talk about that game real quick. Is Lev. So the one issue I always had when I play a Chameleon Pigeon is the pigeons just get sniped, and Lev must have caught on to that because he kept his pigeons far back. Because if you only have chameleons, then the only thing your opponent can see is pigeons, and the pigeons just die. So Lev was very careful with his pigeons and just keeping them in the back line, only moving them in when his chameleons were actually visible.
And then game number 3, Classic Metal did manage to win back the fight. Very slow fight, but was able to push in against Lev. I guess that was probably the most normal match out of there, really, this entire series.
Probably a fair point. Just, I would really like Lev to just build more farms in the future. It did cost him the final spot, I suppose, because All Steamroller beat him when he built farms, but I don't know, I feel like Lev with a few more farms could be an unstoppable force, maybe.
And then that final game, we just see Lev just pull off the sniper balloon artillery strategy just really nicely.
It's just lucky that he gets a good map for it, but
Yeah.
he played it well.
All right. Well,
I'm not just gonna say it's just lucky, but he did get a good map for it.
Right. Well, with that, we are going to move into the grand finals here of September Showdown. Dead Bones versus LOL Steamroller. What are you expecting from this map, guys? Or from this matchup here?
LOL Steamroller needs to find a way to break Dead Bones' timing. If he can catch Dead Bones off guard or match Dead Bones 1-for-1, he has a really good chance, but Dead Bones just has a way of managing his economy so well and his timings really well. So if LOL Steamroller can just find that crack in his armor, he will definitely stand a chance.
Yeah,
LOL Steamroller is definitely a very strong player. He just needs to not let the pressure of being in the grand finals get to him too much. Just focus on his play and really nail things without making too many errors. And I think he has a really good chance of being the very experienced player in Dead Bones.
Yeah,
one thing he has to really break is Dead Bones' artillery timing. If he can either get to Dead Bones before that comes up, he has a really good chance of doing it. But if Dead Bones gets artillery up in a good position, it's going to become extremely hard for LOL Steamroller to push against it.
It's gonna be will depend on the map again, which is a little bit unfortunate maybe if you're in LOL Steamroller's position. But he has shown that he has the resilience to keep fighting and come back even when the odds aren't really in his favor. So I look forward to these finals. I have no idea who's going to win at this point. I thought Lev was going to win against LOL Steamroller, so he's clearly shown that he's up there and can beat the best players. So we'll see if he can keep Dead Bones off of his tournament win that he's been wanting for so long.
All right, well, it looks like we are in. All of our players are in, so we're ready to launch into this grand finals of September Showdown, a month in the making. So many matches played to get here. These two players have battled their way through the brackets to reach the pinnacle of Clash of Comrades and of Tooth and Tail play as it stands in this patch. This match is going to be a best of 7 games, so the first player to reach 4 games will take the championship. Let's go ahead and jump into this. Hunter, are you ready?
I am ready, and this could be a really interesting match. Having Dead Bones, he's finally up for taking the title of Clash of Comrades champion once again, but could a newcomer stop him from getting there? This could be really exciting. I think it's going to be a really exciting set of games.
All right, well, here we go. LOL Steamroller going for Archimedes in the yellow, Dead Bones going for the Quartermaster as green. Let's go ahead and set this poll up so you guys can vote for who you think is going to take Game 1 of the Grand Finals of September Showdown. Here we go, waiting for these players to ready up here. That poll is set. You can vote for yellow by voting for exclamation point, vote yellow, or green for exclamation point, vote green. Here we go. LOL Steamroller knows what he's going to take. 4 units down off the bat. Squirrel's out, Lizard's out, Ferret's out, decides to go back on that sniper balloon. Meanwhile, Dead Bones has gone for Squirrel, Pigeon, and Artillery.
And LOL Steamroller going for the Fox, along with Dead Bones also going for the Fox. The Fox is very popular. And LOL Steamroller was using it earlier versus Lev. Got a few good pig snipes. Let's see if he can do that again. Going to Game 1 of the Clash of Comrades Grand Finals for September Showdown, we have, to the north, Dead Bones in green. To the southwest, we have his opponent, LOL Steamroller in yellow. And this map, LOL Steamroller has a good few choices of first expansions. He's got that one further forward, and he's got that one to his back. Both of them are fairly good, although that one near with the moat around it could be difficult to defend. While Dead Bones has good base to the southeast of him, that could be a very good spot. Sniper Balloon very easily could cover all of that. And he has that one to the west too, which is also a good choice. So
Definitely.
I don't know how this game is going to pan out, but it's going to be close.
I will say that LOL Steamroller has this really unfortunate cliff that wraps around his base. Unless he has some vision, which he looks like he has sniper balloons, but no other unit that would give him high ground vision. So if Dead Bones could take advantage of that cliff with those squirrels, wrap around, he might be able to take out some pigs. before his units are taken out. He would trap himself in there. There we go, though. Lowell Steamroller throwing down his first Warren to try and block off that wraparound there. So excellent play from Lowell Steamroller.
Yeah, he sees that that's a weakness in his base, and he's already just locked it off. Deadbone's putting those Warrens forward on that high ground. This is a very short range of engagement, actually. These are very close Warrens. This could be really interesting. Maybe we'll see a fight fairly soon if one player decides that maybe he can capitalize on something that the opponent's doing.
Yeah, Lowell Steamroller putting a Warren up on top of that hill, so trying to deny Deadbones any kind of high ground advantage here. And we'll see that come into play right now. Deadbones deciding to back away from that high ground. So excellent Warren placement from Lowell Steamroller so far in this game 1.
Both players just scouting out the opponents, seeing what they're doing. Deadbones going up with that 9 squirrels and pigeons. He's going to need those pigeons to see up onto Lowell Steamroller's great high ground. Lowell Steamroller just going with a lot of squirrels, and he's also building a sniper balloon. Now, I think that could give him a little bit of vision over onto Deadbone's little hill there.
It definitely is
We'll have to wait and see.
locked down that wraparound and that high ground, I think, with that sniper balloon. So Deadbones isn't going to be able to have any kind of high ground advantage in this match. Getting taken out by that sniper balloon right now.
He maybe could have pushed forward and taken out that one Warren up there, but he wasn't quick enough on the reaction. He decides not to.
Yeah,
Deadbones quickly rushes up there, and there's nothing to worry about.
There we go. Both players standing there waiting for their food to get high enough to place their next unit here. For LSR, it's going to be a sniper balloon, and for Deadbones, it's going to be, looks like a sniper balloon as well. So both players putting down sniper balloons on their high ground. This is...
The difference is that Deadbones already has his ferret up. That sniper balloon is probably going to be safe. It's probably going to be fine. He has a big enough army to contest it as well.
Does take one hit.
To contest Deadbones.
Yep.
Yeah, it does take one hit, but it shouldn't be much of a deal at all. He can easily fight back Deadbones if he tried to attack. And the 2 sniper balloons actually stops Deadbones from doing much of his ferret play, which he normally likes to do. And while Deadbones is scouting, Lowell Steamroller's bringing his lizards onto Deadbones' new expansion.
Ooh, he's got to be careful. That expansion's only worth 60 food, and he's got more than 60 food worth of lizards there attacking it. So getting it down to about half health. Not quite enough to make it worth anything, and losing a lizard in the process. Ferrets
Ooh, that sniper balloon.
from the back. The sniper balloon does go down, and LSR backs up. Lowell Steamroller smartly taking out the sniper balloon and then backing up. Look at the army value graph. Deadbones is very far ahead.
Yeah, Deadbones' first sniper balloon there, though. Got a few picks off. It was well placed. Got a few picks off on Lowell Steamroller while he was attacking there. And Deadbones is just going to place it back up, and Lowell Steamroller doesn't have the army anymore to contest it, so that's going to be up for sure. But he's going to go for this other one instead.
All right, attacking. He does manage to take out the sniper balloon that's on the hill there and backs off. So smart play from Lowell Steamroller. Let's show you guys what each commander can see. Here's what Deadbones can see. That's with the range that he has. From his sniper balloons, he can see a little bit of that high ground, but not the second tier of high ground. And here's what LSR can see. He can see onto that high ground there. That sniper balloon is giving him vision. So you can see that sniper balloon has just been put back up. You can see the army. You can see the Warrens. There we go. Now we're on both commanders' vision again. Deadbones going up to 15 farms.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, going up to 16 farms, while Lowell Steamroller hasn't got very many farms on his expansion at all. But Lowell Steamroller's deciding, okay, well, I'll just take out those farms.
All right, 4 lizards slip around, and he only manages to take out 1 farm. So not a good trade. A lizard is worth about 20 food, and a farm is worth about 60. So losing 4 lizards is a slightly worse trade for Lowell Steamroller. But I like that he's trying to figure out ways to get around these sniper balloons, because it's what he needs to do at this point if he wants to stay competitive in this match.
I think he needs to just build up a big enough squirrel army before Deadbones can get that artillery down as he likes to. If Deadbones puts an artillery down soon, then there isn't going to be too much Lowell Steamroller can do to deal with it unless he gets more squirrels out. He's deciding to go with a fox instead, though. I don't know if that's the right play. With so many sniper balloons, and yep, Deadbones is putting down the artillery.
All right.
I don't think that's going to work for Lowell Steamroller.
Fox is out for Lowell Steamroller. He does see that artillery is going down. He is going to lose his commander momentarily. His commander stays alive on 2 health. Doesn't manage to take down the artillery. Loses a lot of units in the process, but the Fox is still alive. Artillery is about half health right now, and he's trying to dance that Fox around, trying to take out as much as he can. But he's just not having any luck. Those ferrets picking away from the background. And Deadbones is going to be pulling dangerously far ahead in economy with 9 farms now to LSR's 4, and he's building more, going up to 12.
Yeah. This is a really bad situation for Lol Steamroller. He's neglected his econ and it's way too late to catch up now, I think. He's only on 3 farms right now. It'll take him ages to be able to fully expand into a new base, while Deadbones is getting so much food from his farms that he can put down farms every couple of seconds, really.
Yeah, Sniper Balloon going up in the north as well, and Lol Steamroller isn't anywhere in a place to try and contest it. Meanwhile, Deadbones walking all over the map, scouting out all of Lol Steamroller's plans. There we go, though. That he knows that artillery's out. That has a very long range due to those sniper balloons. And I think the Fox isn't going to do anything at this point. There's no way that Lol Steamroller can sneak around and try and use the Fox to its full advantage. It's just sitting there right now, because it's not great in straight-up fights unless the fights last for a long time, because of how slowly it fires.
I think that was a big misplay in this game, actually. He built that Fox when Deadbones already had those sniper balloons, and without a big enough squirrel army, he has no way of being able to bust that down. And Deadbones, once he gets up the artillery, the squirrels are now fairly worthless, unless he can bait it out really well. I think maybe the pressure's getting to him, he can't think straight, and Deadbones is intimidating him a lot.
Right, there we go, Deadbones is going to take out 1 sniper balloon and back off, and Lol Steamroller's army takes 1 hit, dropping a lot of units to half health just from 1 artillery shot. Lol Steamroller has artillery of his own, so I think the smart play here would be to sell that Fox, unless he can pick off these ferrets here. That might be a good way to use that Fox. But build some artillery of his own and try and go for the very long game. Force Deadbones to attack and waste a lot of food into defenses. Although Deadbones does have more bases in his control right now. That Fox there, taking out unit after unit, taking 1 hit from the ferret here. But Deadbones creeping around and up to that high ground there.
Yep, he's getting that sniper balloon up, and that's going to give him full vision of that high ground and a full control over Lol Steamroller's base. His options are very limited at this point, and the artillery is forcing the Fox out of the position. And Deadbones doesn't really need to do much at this point. He's just building defenses. He's not really building much army. Every so often he's poking these sniper balloons like he is now.
Alright, here we
And
go.
then he's probably just going to back out.
Sniper balloon does go down. Deadbones is staying in this engagement.
Ooh.
The Fox is down to 5 health. The last squirrel is about to go down for Lol Steamroller. The Fox is still alive, picking out units from the back, but definitely a good trade for Deadbones. Still ahead, and his units are going to reinforce so quickly. Up to 16 farms to Lol Steamroller's 9, and oh no! Okay.
Oh, that was so close.
Barely,
So close.
barely keeping that Fox alive there. Dancing it around, it's on 15 health. Last squirrel is dead, but it's standing behind a warren, so the units are going to target the warren before the Fox here.
And Lol Steamroller's in an awful position as Deadbones marches across this river and starting to attack Lol Steamroller's expansion.
And that's a lot of farms to lose, especially at this point in the game when he's already so far behind in terms of economy. 6 farms just got taken out in that 1 attack.
Ouch.
And Lol Steamroller's on
really
3
bad.
to Deadbones' 14 farms.
14. I don't know how Lol Steamroller can stay in this. Unless he managed to force Deadbones out of his current position and take that mid-ground base, he could maybe win on starvation. But it's a little bit far-fetched.
Just a little bit. Here we go, the army coming in. That's how much of advantage Deadbones has right now, looking at that graph there. In it swoops to take out this main base, but there's nothing there, so it's not going to do too much. But Deadbones is going to continue around, and too late, Lol Steamroller builds the artillery. It's not going to get up in time, unfortunately. So many squirrels pouring across the bridge, if only it had been built sooner. But Deadbones is going to take Game 1 in this best of 7 Grand Finals set.
Yeah, I think nerves must have got to Lol Steamroller there. That map was really not good for Foxes. and he built that Fox at a pretty bad time. I don't think he was thinking straight there. Deadbones just staying calm and doing his usual thing, building up a really good economy behind his defensive wall of sniper balloons, and once he got the artillery down, that sealed the deal for LoL Steamroller. Let's see how LoL Steamroller decides to react to this. Deadbones has been doing this basic strategy pretty much the entire tournament, honestly. So LoL Steamroller hopefully has something up his sleeve to deal with this.
Deadbones is gone for Fox, but he's still gone for that Squirrel Pigeon that we know is doing so well. Deadbones up 1 game now in this Grand Finals best of 7. We're going into
LoL
game 2.
Steamroller this time, not neglecting his high ground vision. Going with a pigeon in his deck, along with lizards this time instead of squirrels.
Ooh. So we're seeing for the first time a player has not taken, well, except for LeConte.
Yeah, okay.
Except
There's
for
been a couple of
LeConte.
times where people haven't taken squirrels, but they've normally done something a little bit cheesy. We'll see how this goes. Going to game 2 of the September Showdown Grand Finals. LoL Steamroller to the southeast in the yellow versus opponent Deadbones, who already has taken 1 game, to the west in green. And this map is very awkward. We're seeing so many weird cliff maps lately.
Yeah.
Just so many of them. What do you think of this?
Well, I think LoL Steamroller...
Oh, wait! LoL Steamroller's built a base to the west!
He
What?
has. Alright, so we're seeing a little bit of cheese. This base here to the west has been taken by LoL Steamroller. What is he gonna do with it? He has lizards.
Deadbones can see that he hasn't got farms. So he's selling 1 farm, building squirrels. So LoL Steamroller's gonna dig there and build a lizard warren, I guess. He's going proxy lizards.
Oh, he has it. Oh, there's he's seen it.
he's got
No,
a sniper
no!
balloon.
Oh no, he's gone for the
No,
sniper
he
balloon.
can see it.
He can't see it. Deadbones has got to see it now. He knows that there's a base back there because he saw the structure get built, and Deadbones is just going to go up to 3 squirrel warrens. Unfortunately, we'll see. Actually, I don't know. Let's turn this dual commander visibility back on. The sniper balloon is up, and it's going to start attacking
Just gonna shoot
the
that
warren.
warren though.
Oh, Deadbones
Yes,
sells it.
Oh, but now that
Oh,
he sold it,
no!
it takes out a pigeon. A pig. That was a misplay, I think. Taking out that pig is way more important than taking out that warren at this point.
It's
You could
true.
have let that warren absorb a little bit more or something. I don't know.
LoL
This is
Steamroller's
rough.
only on 4 farms though, and Deadbones is still on 6. And Deadbones is up to 4 squirrels. LSR has 3 lizards now. So hopefully we'll see if he can get out and do some damage here. Deadbones scouting to see. Yeah, he sees that LoL Steamroller only has 4 farms here, so he knows that the longer this game goes, the more economic advantage he's going to have. That sniper balloon, though, has got to be keeping him back, though. It has such a large range that if he tries to push in here, those lizards, with the help of that sniper balloon, are going to be able to fend this off. Ooh, and he sells it! No, no!
Oh no.
Oh, he lost the 3
He should
lizards.
have let it die, I think. He should have let it die so
He
he kept
should've.
those 3 lizards. Those 3 lizards are really valuable right now, and he tries to push in, but it's not a good fight at all.
It does pick off 1 squirrel, but the squirrels have found the sweet spot in the corner. He's going to be able to take out the space, and with it, the hopes and dreams of full Steamroller for this cheese. Oh no, but artillery!
What?
Oh, LoL Steamroller!
I mean, it's...
And Deadbones gets taken out! Those squirrels are still sitting there.
The sniper balloon, though. He's
In
got
the
sniper
corner.
balloon. What? This isn't gonna work, though. This isn't gonna work at all. Come on. What is going on?
Ooh, the artillery is halfway there. We'll see if he can get out in time. That sniper balloon does get taken out, so 4 squirrels left here. Oh, but he sells it. Oh, no. Oh, Grand Finals.
This is a grand finals, I guess. This is really weird matches. LoL Steamroller's got so much food though. Is he just gonna dump it in army and try and push? Because even if he does, I don't know how much he's gonna be able to get out of that. And Deadbones is pushing right now with the squirrels.
Oh, and those lizards aren't going to come out in time, I don't think. The first 4 are going to build right now. They're halfway done. Maybe 3/4 done soon, but the lizards have already, or the squirrels have already done their damage, taking out the last farm. The first 4 are out now, but it's too late. And Deadbones takes game 2 of this best of 7 set.
That was an insanely risky cheese for LoL Steamroller, and I just don't think it was ever gonna work. Building that sniper balloon in range of Deadbones, maybe he could have, I don't know, tried to build lizards as the proxy and without the sniper balloon, so that maybe Deadbones, with a stroke of luck, doesn't scout it.
I think
It was a really far-fetched idea, but he was close to pulling it off in some manner.
And I think Deadbones was just in the perfect position to see that sniper balloon going up as soon as it was built, so knew that there was a base back there and was able to respond. If he hadn't scouted that, or if he hadn't been there at the right time, maybe Lol Steamroller could have used that surprise advantage. Unfortunately, I wanted to see the artillery go up. I know it would be a foregone conclusion, but just to see those squirrels die would have been really satisfying. I don't think it would have won the game, but...
So, Lol Steamroller switching up his build this time, taking the squirrels and the pigeons, along with a wolf. No fox this time. This could be a, perhaps, good strategy to deal with Deadbones. So here we go, going to game 3. Lol Steamroller to the southwest in yellow, Deadbones to the east in green. And this is a very weird map again.
Yes.
We're not seeing any really normal maps at all. They're always up water and cliffs. It's just, oh, what do you think?
All right, well that poll's been reset, so go ahead and vote on who you think is going to win game 3 here. Deadbones up 2 points, the Lol Steamrollers 0 at the moment. But we see a swamp in the middle of this match here, or in the middle of this map here. There is a little bit of a bridge up to the northwest that Deadbones or Lol Steamroller could use. Lol Steamroller probably has the better army composition for this, where those lizards are there. But whoever controls the swamp in the middle is going to be very far ahead in terms of those 2 bases that are sitting there in the middle there. Both players have easy expansions, but Deadbones has that one to the north.
Yeah, I think one of them is going to have to assume dominance over that position fairly early so they don't lose grasp on it later. Both players this time have taken the pigeons, so Lol Steamroller or Deadbones, neither of them are going to have problems with that high ground. And there is definitely a little bit of high ground near that center base, so that could come into play. Deadbones taking a very early Warren, windmill, seeing that Lol Steamroller went 8 farms into Warren, but Lol Steamroller's done the exact same thing. They've both done the same thing. This is ridiculous.
Lizards out for Lol Steamroller, Deadbones with squirrels. Lol Steamroller has not scouted that northern slight way to get by. You can see right here that part of the map is still black. So Deadbones has scouted it. Deadbones knows that it's up there. You can see because it's highlighted out here. Deadbones knows it's there. We'll see if he's able to use it to take out this expansion here. Because Lol Steamroller doesn't know that it exists at the moment.
Both players going up to 12 farms this 2 minutes into the game. This is ridiculous.
It's a large map.
There's no normal matches this grand final.
Large map with a huge, awful traversal in the middle, with choke points at the bridges and swamp on either side, which slows you down a little bit, as well as the water.
So Deadbones scouted Lol Steamroller's expansion, and as soon as Deadbones left, Lol Steamroller sold every single farm and is now rushing lizards, while Deadbones actually sold one of his warrens and decided, okay, I'm going to copy you. But this isn't good, because he's not got enough to defend against 21 incoming lizards. Deadbones is going to scout this soon if he goes the right way. No, he's going to scout south of the map. This could go really badly for Deadbones.
Oh no, he's burrowing back, so 10 lizards out on the field right now. He's putting down another squirrel warren, putting down 2 more squirrel warrens and a pigeon. But is it going to come out in time? Here come the lizards across the field. 15 lizards are going to come in. Can Lol Steamroller take game 1, or take this game 1 in this best of 7 set? Here he goes. Up to the north of the base, cautiously testing it out.
Deadbones sees the stream of lizards, but it's too late.
Here they come. Lizards are in the middle of his base now. Beautiful drag in the middle there. They haven't taken out a whole lot yet. Lots of units going down, 2 warrens going down, and 1 farm here. Maximum damage going out here, but is it going to be enough? Deadbones putting down some more squirrel warrens, trying to replace those units that he lost here. I think
I don't know if he got enough value out of that trade, honestly. He lost a lot of army. He did take out a couple of warrens and a couple of pigs, but those pigs don't really matter, and Deadbones has great control of this position now, and Lol Steamroller, that didn't go well. Lol Steamroller needed to keep his units on one side of the base so that he was under fire from as little units as possible. He could have taken out that ferret warren and maybe a couple of pigs instead of going for those squirrels, because Deadbones couldn't micro them at the time. He was across the map. That was a really bad engagement for Lol Steamroller there, and he's assuming he's bringing his units again, but this isn't going to work at all, I don't think.
Ooh, no, he's dragging them all the way through. All the way through, wow. but not quite dragging them far enough, and only 4 are left, so another failed Blizzard attempt by Lol Steamroller, and now he's bringing as many units as he can, but he's going to give up the set. 3 games now in Deadbone's favor. All he needs is 1 more to become the champion of September Showdown. We are going to go into Game 4, ladies and gentlemen.
That was just, it seemed like a really desperate attempt by Lol Steamroller. It was really great initially with those lizards, building them. Great idea. And when he brought them across the map, Deadbones could barely respond. But he just messed up his attack on there. He didn't want to drag them all the way through, I don't think. He wanted to attack one side of it. And he just lost his entire army there, and he desperately tries to claw it back, just try and do another attack, but he didn't get enough value there.
Unfortunately, and then as soon as that first attack failed, Deadbones had twice the number of farms that Lol Steamroller had. So unfortunately, not able to take that set. Here we go. Deadbones. All he needs is 1 more to complete his dream.
Definitely. It's been half a year now. He's been aiming to get to the top ranks of Clash of Comrades. He wants to be the Grand Champion. He's fought all of the top players, really. And he does well against all of them. He's extremely experienced, and he's cheesing.
Deadbones goes for Chameleon Sniper Balloon Artillery as his first 3 units. Because he's ahead 3 games in the Grand Finals, so why not? Why not? Does go for Squirrel Toad, but he's taken every single turret in the game. He's taken machine guns, he's taken sniper balloons, and he's taken artillery.
Yep, and here we go. This is Game 4 of the September Showdown Grand Finals, with Deadbones to the east in green with 3 matches under his belt already, and Lol Steamroller to the northwest in yellow. And Deadbones, with that build, looking to do something cheesy, I think. With taking those machine gun nests, leads me to believe he's probably going to go very early Chameleons, and he's just taking those machine gun nests to make sure he doesn't lose to early aggression.
Yeah, this map isn't great for structure play, though. It looks like there's a lot of open spaces around all 4 mills that Deadbones has easy expansion to, besides this west one. That's the only one he could turn into a fortress if he's going to utilize all 3 of these turrets. We'll see, though, that it does mean that it's great for Chameleon play. Chameleons can sneak around from a lot of different angles, try and take out take out a lot of farms all at once. Deadbones has gone for 7 farm Warren. Lol Steamroller's gone for 8 farms, but going for the longer economic run opposed to Deadbones.
And so both players building their Squirrel Warrens. Lol Steamroller a little bit later with his. This map, Lol Steamroller's got a great expansion. Hopefully, he'll put a little bit more into building farms this game. Maybe match Deadbones' econ. Deadbones is very good with his econ, actually. He's very good at building those forward sniper balloons to take the position he wants, and then just backing it up with loads of farms and then massive army.
Alright, I'm going to predict that the western base is going to become a hashtag Deadbones base, which means it's going to be taken and never scouted by Lol Steamroller. Let's see, has he scouted that? Yes, so he knows that there's a base is there, at least. We'll see if he makes the mistake of so many players in underestimating Deadbones' ability to take a base in the corner. Deadbones going to take the nice safe expansion.
Very good at analyzing his opponents. He knows what Deadbones likes to get up to, I think. He watches replays like that, and he should know what to expect from Deadbones. I think everyone should know at this point. He does it all the time. And he's going with a very varied build here. He's going with 6 squirrels, a couple of lizards, a couple of pigeons, and ferrets. He's got a little bit of everything, while Deadbones has a whole lot of squirrels and a couple of chameleons on the way.
Alright.
As we always like to see.
Chameleon Warren has gone down. It's just finished right now, and the first chameleon is starting to build. 1 farm going down on Deadbones' expansion. Lol Steamroller has not expanded yet, going instead for the army build. We'll see that might be the downfall of Deadbones in this Game 4 here. Taking that very aggressive expansion up to the front. He's got ferrets out so he can start poking away at those squirrels in the middle of the field there.
Yeah, I think this is going to pay off for him. He's got the perfect army to take this on.
He's also got high ground, maybe pushing forward a little bit too much. That sniper balloon is going to be up very shortly. There it is. It is up right now, so we can show you what that sniper balloon does. You can see the entire army in that high ground. So that high ground advantage is gone now. But Lowell Steamroller is going to follow through. He's going to build a farm. He's going to build a warren. Right there. He's going to try and push aggressively into Dead Bones.
He's got to be careful. He doesn't want to get in range of that sniper balloon, and Dead Bones is probably going to try and bait him into it. Dead Bones right now just building up farms. He's going up to 12 farms. Lowell Steamroller, though, focusing more on his army, going up to 12 lizards. And maybe he's going to try and quickly rush that sniper balloon while Dead Bones isn't looking. He's checking the rest of the map for the Dead Bones faces, it looks like.
With those lizards, so he has the lizards out there just in case. Not needing them yet. Dead Bones...
maybe he's going for an attack. And he definitely is, right now.
Lizards coming in and around there. We'll see if the squirrels can get there in time. One farm goes down very quickly and is going to smartly back off. The chameleon doesn't even get a single lizard. Oh, one lizard goes down. Okay, so this is one lizard for a farm. So, good rush in.
Steamroller loses a very small amount of lizards there.
Yep.
Not that consequential. So, maybe that was a good trade.
See Dead Bones staying at 2 chameleons. He does have a sniper balloon out and going up to 6 toads. Try and counter those lizards that Lowell Steamroller has. He's now got 12 lizards out on the field. Holy crap. Throwing down another sniper balloon in the south there to try and hold off any aggression from those lizards. So a smart play.
Ooh. Lowell Steamroller's saving up 400 food. He sold one of his lizard warrens and he's putting down a squirrel warren and a wolf warren.
Still got
and he's still got loads of food. Yeah.
Oh, maybe
like he's just gonna dump it into squirrels, maybe?
He might have been considering going for a second wolf warren, but instead, I think dumping it into squirrels is the better idea at this point.
Yeah. He's got to be careful, though, because Dead Bones is very far ahead in Econ. He's got that expansion fully fleshed out and is very well defended now.
Ooh, and there's
the
artillery
cannon that he built is completely finished, covered by a sniper balloon. That is going nowhere anytime soon. Dead Bones finally sees that that warren is pretty much done. He knows it's tier 3. And he knows to expect some sort of tier 3 in the next minute. So he's got plenty of time to prepare.
I think that the choice here for Lowell Steamroller right now, or it's not even a choice, he needs to build and expand because Dead Bones is locked into this corner here. He's built all of the farms on his expansion instead of putting them into units. Lowell Steamroller does have a wolf out, or it will be out very shortly. It's about 3/4 done right now. So if Dead Bones takes a fight outside of the range of all of his sniper balloons and artillery cannons, I think he's going to lose. He is going up to a lot of chameleons, but Lowell Steamroller, all he needs to do is expand right now. Expand and get lots of farms out. He's only got 3.
He's going all in on this fight, really. It looks like he's going all in on this wolf push.
Oh,
and
no.
it's not going to work. He's got the artillery. I don't think he even knew the artillery existed, and this has completely ruined his plan. If he loses a single fight, really, he's just out of it completely. And these chameleons, he's chasing Dead Bones to take out these chameleons. If he takes out Dead Bones' commander, that could be a big deal. And he's found a little route.
Sneaking around the side. This might work for him. He does see that the chameleons are out right now. The wolf needs to get out in front. There goes the wolf buff is down. The base does go down, but there's no farms there farming.
Oh, no.
So unfortunately, wolf buff wasted on just the mill, although he is pretty ahead in terms of this fight right now. Wolf not
Dead
quite
Bones
in
is
range.
streaming his chameleons across the map, and if there's a base race, he needs to take out those bases before Dead Bones' new base to the north finishes, and it's not going to work out at all. There's too many warrens and too many units to get through.
The ones down. This base race is not going to go. Lowell Steamroller does not have enough units to base race right now, and in come the chameleons into Lowell Steamroller's last base, and it's going to go down very quickly. And Dead Bones is going to be your Clash of Comrades September Showdown champion. Congratulations, Dead Bones.
Wow. Just consistent play every game, really. Lowell Steamroller, I think we all had hopes for him there, but Dead Bones really just showing that he knows what he's doing. He's the more consistent player. He was doing the right thing pretty much every game, and just won with the same strategy pretty much every game. He mixed it up with that chameleon at the end, but he was showing that he could win using just that sniper balloon to the front, and then artillery strategy with the econ behind it that he's been using all along.
Well, let's take it back to our analysis desk to go over that final best of 7 game there. We can see Deadbones is now the champion of Clash of Comrades September Showdown. What did you guys think of that grand finals set?
Oh,
Yeah,
it was so unfortunate.
He had
It
game
was
number
so
3.
unfortunate.
He had game
Yeah.
number 3 in the bag, and then he dragged the Lizards in the wrong position. Oh, man. As soon as I
Yeah.
saw that drag, I realized, like, oh no, he did the wrong thing with the Lizards.
Yeah, Little Steamroller, he's picked up on the game really fast, but in this series it showed that he was lacking just experience in having games played.
Definitely,
There were
yeah.
a few, like he knows how to play the game, but not necessarily what sort of decisions he could make. The Lizard Rush was such a good play. Like, Deadbones he didn't know it was coming, but then he thinks, okay, I have this game, I just run in my army into the middle of my opponent, and I just kill everything, right? And then he gets owned by pigs.
And then to an even bigger degree, game number 2 with the sniper balloon, with that proxy base into...
I don't think that was a
sniper
game
balloon.
number 2 in the series.
I mean, he was actually pretty darn close to cornering Deadbones. Then he sells that Lizard Warren, unfortunately, in panic, and then slowly that base just dies. Oh.
Yeah, that was. He tried something fancy. It didn't really work. It's the thing. If you go for a proxy base like that, if it fails, you have nothing back up to defend. So that unfortunately didn't work out for him either. And game 1, he had 360 food invested into a fox when Deadbones already had 3 sniper balloons out on the field.
I was
and
waiting
no
for
angle
him.
of attack.
I was just waiting for him to build an artillery. He's like, "You are in a perfect position. Build an artillery next to a balloon, please."
Or just buy 6 farms with a 360 food.
It just never
and
came out.
Get something else. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I think-
All that said, Deadbones played that match fantastically, doing the right thing at the right time. Nice, solid, standard play from Deadbones. Last comment here, and then we have an interview with
the right
him.
word.
Yeah.
That's probably the right word to describe Deadbones. Just playing very controlled, very calm. Gets up good defensive positions, and then just figure out, okay, what is my opponent doing? How do I win the game from now? Not necessarily how do I beat his army, especially in that last game. And just very calm, collected, solid play, and it's good enough to win the tournament.
All right, well, we have Deadbones, the champion of Clash of Comrades September Showdown, with us right now. Deadbones, how do you feel? You are the champion, finally, after 3 tournaments. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling really good. I used to win everything, but since Clash of Comrades, Sino has come in and keeps stopping me, so it feels very good to finally win something. Even though I'm a bit sad that both CJ and Sino dropped out.
And AV as well.
Yeah, AV as well.
So a lot of the stronger players weren't here, so it would have been nice to win a really stacked tournament, but winning a tournament at all is fine after so many tournaments where I have lost.
Well, still, yeah, excellent play during your entirety of your career here in September Showdown. What was your strategy going into these finals here? I mean, have you just been pretty much doing the same thing this whole time, or was there a way that you switched things up? Or
I've run the same deck every game, aside from when I played in Classic Metal, where I noticed that he liked playing barbed wire a lot and just turning up. So I put in Lizard when I played him to be able to clear that. Because my standard deck can't deal with barbed wire at all, really, aside from like going around it or something. So that was the only change I did in the finals. I did some experimenting in the regular matches.
yeah. Any tips for the new players out there who might be seeing their first tooth and tail competitive matches here? What's your strategy for a new player? What should they focus on?
I think the best way to get better fast is to I think the best way would be to push your limits a lot and like try to be as greedy as you can be, and then learn and see, okay, how greedy can I be, and then if you can bother with it, watching replays and seeing, okay, what tells could I have for that I could be greedier or that I couldn't be greedier. So just in general, I don't think you don't really learn anything if you are playing safe, like too safe the whole time, and I think that's a mistake that a lot of people do. You just throw down 50 defensive structures and being like, aha, I can't get attacked, and then they get out ecoed. So I think learning your boundaries is the core part.
I think that was the story of a lot of these games that we saw today. Is the players were very, very rarely investing into economy. A lot of the players were just going for army, trying to get good map positions, and then they wouldn't, like all of the Lev games and Steamroller, the entire series. There were so many times where both players had no economy left because they'd been focused on, I need this army, I need to win, but it's like, I think it's a good idea to, like you said, experiment and just go greedy with your economy and then see why you lose, if you lose, and if you win, hey, you suddenly have twice the army value of your opponent and you just win.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Deadbones, final question for you. What's next? What are you going to do right now? You've just won your tournament. There's at least a month until the next one. So what's next on your plate?
In terms of today, I think Brotenko wanted me to help him with something.
Straight
aside
back to
from
the
that-
grindstone.
Yeah, so I'm gonna help him with that. Then I'm gonna rewatch all the games I played today.
Always committed to your play, and it seems like to the community as well. Deadbones, congratulations on being the champion of September Showdown. Excellent job all around. Give your fingers a break, definitely. Take a nap. Do something.
I think
Yeah,
if
great
I do,
play, man.
Thank you. I think if I do close my eyes, I will be sleeping for a long time because it's midnight where I am right now. So, yeah.
All right, well, thank you so much. And
Congratulations.
a giant thank you to all of the players in September Showdown. A giant thank you to all the viewers, all of you out there watching right now, whether live or in the future on YouTube. Giant thank you to all the devs who made this game possible, and a huge thank you to all the casters here, Lecante, Bestie, Hunter, and Shoefly Pie for casting September Showdown. Thank you guys so much.
Always great to be here and watch these amazing matches. Like, these have just been insane. Like, especially the ones with LOL Steamroller. He did a great job. And really exciting games to watch from anyone.
It was quite the pleasure, I have to say.
Yeah, I had great fun. This was a good tournament. Maybe we can get all of the top players in for the next one. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, let's see you all in 2 months.
All right, one last thing. A giant thank you to all the people who helped us behind the scenes. MJ working on our beautiful website right now. Freakspot for putting the poll together, that poll pie chart that you've been seeing and voting with all these matches. Massive Cell for some last minute but great edits to bring you that score chart, and all the other people who helped us with all of our technical things at the last minute and during this September Showdown month. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't be here without all of you. That's all that we have for you guys today. That's all we have for September Showdown. Keep your eye out for some events coming in October. We're going to do a couple community events. But for now, enjoy your Sunday afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Captain Fog. I'm joined by Lecante, Bestie, and Hunter. Congratulations to Deadbones, your new Clash of Comrades champion. And thank you. Good night.